Welcome to Yerba Mate Talks.
Welcome to another video review. I am Max. This is Kat. And today we have Oakley again. Because, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, he's losing his mind. He's completely... No! Ow! No, don't bite me! No! Stop! Go away. No. Stop. Don't you dare. No. Oh my God, sorry. Don't bite me. Stop. Dude, I have work to do. Stop, you freaking feline. Where are you traitorous bastard. Sorry, we'll get started in just a moment. Damn you, I tossed you your ball. Go get it. All right, looks like he's winding down. Are we done? We done? Go away. Go. Okay. Sorry about that. And now he's roaming my legs. Go away. No. Stop. No. You cursed demon. No. Cat, go away. Oh my. Dude, we have a show to do. No. Don't you dare. Stop. Stop, Cat. Oh my. Yes, Kate, I am getting attacked by a freaking feline. No! Stop! Dude, my legs are so hurt. Stop. Please go away. No. Oh my God. Stop. Calm down. Yeah, go away. Leave. No, don't bite me. Dude, stop. Basta! No. Go away. Oh my fucking cat. I'm sorry. No, don't bite me. Stop biting my legs. No. Okay. Go away. No. Cat, la concha de tu hermana. Oh my, like, stop, dude, you're hurting me. Go away. How long can you keep this up? Holy fuck. You've been attacking me for 5 minutes. Stop. Okay. Oh my, dude, he really got my legs so hard. Fucking feline, he's crazy. CJ Labro, been a member for 5 months. That's 1 month away from halfway around the sun. Says killer cat on the loose. I mean, dude, if a house cat can hurt you that bad, like, I can't even imagine, I don't know, a mountain lion or a little bigger cat. He will just tear you up. Sorry, the green screen got the treatment. Okay, all right. We are ready. Before we go on, make sure to do the social things like share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, yes, the corner of your screen, and you'll subscribe to Sherba Mate Talks. And that way we can share the love for the channel. It's good though that we have free healthcare, because with this cat, I'm afraid for my life. All right. I'll get you guys the link and we'll pin it. If anyone wants to come along, because we are watching Oakley turn into a complete madman, fully detached from reality. And yes, going by the wayside, losing his freaking mind. Okay. Big Fish says, well, the chair says cougar, just saying. Well, yes, it's because of that, and because that's what I generally like more, cougars, if you know what I mean. All right. Are we pinned? We are pinned. Kate says, in California, we speak Spanish, but we still don't have free healthcare. Life is unfair. I feel you. I'm sorry your government hates you. Brenda, hello, welcome. Good evening.
Good evening so far, I guess.
It's been good. Except I got attacked by the cat for 5 minutes straight, but other than that, it's been awesome.
That's because they are implanting nano machines under your skin for the upcoming revolution.
Oh yeah, I'll buy that for sure. Dan says we speak Spanglish in California. And Vanguard says secede and join Canada. All right, here we have Oakley losing his freaking mind. So let's go.
With the binoculars, you creepy bunch of criminal harassing.
Oh, wait.
Would be treated in high school when. Now, my very base analogy of, well, you'd get a broken nose in high school for this, stands true. But it's, as is always the case with dweebs, yeah? Suddenly you've got to make the person who's pointing out how irritating you are the problem. Okay, yeah, that's standard fare with dweebs. Yeah, all right, so suddenly you're a victim. Are you a victim? Oh. Yeah, but you will lie to authorities, lie to everyone around you, manipulate circumstances, make them seem like you are justifiable in claiming to be a victim. That's all they are.
Oh, Oakley, you're doing a little bit of projection there. Love that. Welcome, deplorable elk. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Max. I'd just like to congratulate Brenda on her big win.
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah. Roger, apparently. But it was kind of by default because Wes got removed.
Why did he get removed? Do you know?
He mouthed off about Vicky. I don't remember what he said. He said something that was taken as disrespectful.
Oh.
I think that's what they said.
He asked Vicky if the pooch story was true.
Oh, yeah. I'm not familiar with that story.
Well, it is claimed that BJ likes a little bit of the dog love, if you know what I mean, in the most literal sense.
Yeah.
R.
Woof, woof.
What was notable to me was her claim that he's a very different person off screen than he is when he's live, and that he's still massively still using, I think would be the word, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But by the way, I'm going to be getting up and going to the kitchen, doing things, and so if you ask me questions and I don't answer, it's because I'm not present.
No
But
problem.
I'm going to hang around.
Perfect. Yeah, no problem. Mute up when you go away, but other than that, we're
Well,
good.
yeah, okay.
Still City, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. Here we are watching Oakley just turn into an actual crazy person.
Yeah, I was watching your cat turn into a crazy person.
Yes, well, dude, my legs look like I don't know, that I fight sword fights with my legs. It's unbelievable.
Looked like you were kicking a barbed wire fence.
Yeah, pretty much. All right,
I made a custom name for Oakley and a little bit of CK for this.
Oh, really? What's that?
It's a slutty hipster dweeb whore spastic.
Yes. Oh boy, he's completely losing it. I love it.
Victims. Now that is the main problem, right? What are we dealing with? Victims. So we should extend our sympathies to them, but by the same token, in terms of actually proactively interacting with these people, the juice is not worth the squeeze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All you got is people set.
Get your pom-poms out and cheerlead, Neil. That's all he does. That's Neil is the cheerleader of the panel, and they only bring him out when they need him to say yes, yes.
Messages. His daughter's in earshot, and he's saying things like unfuckable. This is disgusting. And he used the term rape to me. Listen, if you're gonna ignore the hypothetical, then why do we even bother?
Neil, you're not making any sense. And all of those criticisms of Oakley shouting rape and shouting whore and shouting the nastiest shit ever with his kids within a earshot, then yeah, I mean, it's a valid criticism. I don't speak like that in front of my nieces.
They turn around and say you've been indoctrinated by someone who doesn't understand what Coriolis is. Just the fact that you laugh. When you lament them, those of us who actually understand science are laughing at you.
Oh my God. Those of us who understand science. Neil, you're not in that group. So hold on. Oh gosh, shoot, I forgot. Let me see if I can actually get it to work without turning off OBS and turning it back on.
That's why he didn't include himself in that group.
Yeah. As Oakley, we're going to do the mantras chanted. Does this work? Yes, there we go. Well, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so this is the problem. So their cognitive dissonance when it comes to having two separate reference frames for an alleged Coriolis effect we don't experience has led them to interweave me and something to do with my daughters into it. Again, let's just say this on camera because the more time elapses, the more people support me in this endeavour, right? If you did that in reality...
Oakley, no one supports you. No one supports you anymore. Yeah, you have like every once in a while some doofus will send you a little bit of money, but let's explore this just a little bit. Give me 1 second. Nathan Oakley.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll say that Oakley, the reason that people don't like you isn't because you're a flat earther. They'd like you, they would dislike you intensely, even if you were a glober.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
because he's
The-
a freaking douchebag.
The flat earther part is just like icing on the I don't like you cake, so to speak.
Oh yeah. So Oakley, 26.4 thousand subs, gets 671 views. On the other hand, check this out. We have 1,100 subs. And it's kind of unstable because we've been doing a lot of Islam shit, but no one likes that. So 700, 400, 500, 600, 600, and so on. So Oakley, like your channel is dead. You get the same views as someone with 20 times less members or subs than you. Like you're irrelevant now. That's it. You're gone. Sorry.
The person you did that to would be tempted to beat the living shit out of you. Like, you have got a problem with having two reference frames. Conservation of angular momentum. What's that? My daughter's... Bang! You just get a...
What?
Oakley, what the fuck was that? That was the gayest punch I've ever seen.
He has said in other streams, it's an act. He gets paid to act. And I think people should bring, I don't remember what stream it was, but he literally...
The last one we covered.
Yeah, he literally says it's an act. What he's doing is his followers are such sad, pathetic losers that they look up to this man and his act, his drama, what do you say in the Britain, his pantomime of being a tough man. They drool over that because they wish that they were tough, because they know deep inside they're sad, pathetic little losers who they were the ones who got beat up in high school. They were the ones who had their faces dumped in the toilet, and they're sad about that, and they cry, and they want a big man that they can look up to and pretend that they are as tough as he is pretending to be.
Oh yeah.
But Ranty with a flat earther talked about Nathan and what a fraud he is. When he first left Flat Earth, he talked about Nathan and what a sad, pathetic loser he really is in real life.
Oh yeah. But Brenda mentioned the thing, so
That is never gonna get old.
I still think that on one of those windsocks would be great. Also, whenever I hear Neil Costantino laugh, I see in my mind like one of those cartoon ducks going quack, 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 quack.
oh yeah.
He goes quack, 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 quack. That's his laugh. That's my idea.
X-Illusion says again. Okay, one more time. Thank you, Isis Spin, for that.
broken fucking nose. That's why the juice is not worth the squeeze. That's a hypothetical explanation of how these kids would be treated in high school when they pissed the big kid off by involving something that isn't to do with them. It's like, why are you now talking about my family? Because you want to tell me I'm wrong about having 2 reference frames on an Earth described as a flat plane and non-inertial would need drift in a second reference frame. But what the conservation of... Don't want to hear it, right? I'm sick of your delusions. We've said, go away. We don't want you anymore. But you're here telling us that we need to listen to this shit. And it's getting tiresome. And not only is it getting tiresome, you're now starting to mention people's families, their kids, their loved ones. Like, yeah, this is justified reason for people to get very upset with you. Now, if you don't like the metaphor of getting a broken nose for that, tough luck.
Yeah, because it's not a metaphor, you dumb fuck. You can't just make violent threats and say it's a metaphor, you moron.
Do you think that he's looking for an out and that he's looking to get his channel shut down?
We discussed that last time. I think that is not outside of the realm of possibility.
If he is, he's doing it very mildly. If he is trying,
But he knows how he could do it. I think in easily if he wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't want it to come off as obvious that that's what he's doing. If he does it this way with a dropper, one drop every little bit, gets one video taken down, and then he continues, then it might look like, oh yeah, they're trying to suppress me.
Well, the other idea is, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like dipping your toe in the water before you just jump in.
Well, the other possibility is he just knows that he gets donations into his account when he does this kind of shit, and that could simply be all that there is to it. He knows he gets paid because there's certain people that pay him. I see donations, and they're significant donations that he gets, and he's just hungry enough to want that. I don't know. It's hard to say. He's been mentioning me, a couple of times in the past week or so.
Yeah, he's been a little bit hang up with you, with Buck, and with me. Like every couple of shows, they talk about the guy from Uruguay.
I think he's looking for something to react to. He's trolling, right?
Maybe.
They're trolling. They want you to react. They want me to react. They want Buck.
So you think that he wants someone to blame for ending his channel instead of his ending it? Yeah, I think so. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Dan says,
Maybe.
So when army manuals actually show corrections for Coriolis and the Eopos effect, that's what exactly? I mean, Earth is measured flat. There are some kinematics, right? Okay.
Not inciting hatred and pointing out what scum you are. In some cases, criminally scummy in how you behave. Stalker-like.
Wait a minute.
With endless...
Criminal scum? Well, talk to Neil there. Convicted of armed robbery.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It was criminal slum.
Criminally.
Yeah, it's a herpes in the mouth that's causing that. But I mean, Oakley, you say that a lot of people are criminals. For example,
The money-grabbing, thieving cunt. That's Quantum Eraser.
Well, the thing is there's plenty of globe earthers. In fact, the majority of criminals are globe earthers.
Well, yeah. But because the majority of people are globe earthers.
Yeah.
Because the globe is satanic and it leads to our satanic ways.
But then we have examples like Nathan Thompson and
ODT.
And Witsit, that Nathan stole a bunch of stuff from Witsit, and Witsit was so much a wimp that he couldn't get it back from Nathan, who's a fucking vegan. Like, dude has no strength. He doesn't eat meat, doesn't eat protein. Imagine getting robbed or stolen stuff from a vegan. And I'm sorry if you're vegan. It's funny. I'm not bashing you. I'm just criticizing Nathan.
Well, don't you have a clip of Witsit whenever Nathan stole all his stuff? He was like sitting in a chair or something.
No, that's I think that's a song that MC Toon has. CK Mamacita for $4.99 says it doesn't have lips. On a break, don't forget to like the stream. See you all soon. Thank you so much. CK is such a bro. 1 second, because I have received from our confidential informants all over the world some footage. There we go. Let's check it out.
D-Man wants to do the exact same thing, Anthony. He wants to take a level on a flight, and he's going to record it the whole way. A long flight. Yeah. So D-Man's the guy in our group. He's going on vacation. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to do it.
Yeah, it's such a good thing because let's be honest, right? If it were really a ball, that would be the way that they would prove.
I hear snorting.
Prove it very, very easily. They would get your iPhone, stick it on a plane, and show the rotation or the curve. That's how they do it.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, if it was a ball, they would fight to show us the ball.
Yeah. What they'd also do
if it was true,
they'd have a plane flying east and a plane flying west, and the amount of rotation would be different because one's going with the rotation of the Earth, and the other one's going against it. So one of them's going to have to put nose down more, and the other one's going to be less because it's going slower relative to the.
That's a bad one, right, PJ? Because I mean, you get it all. It's all cut with laxatives and shit. Now you need to come here. We'll get you the proper stuff.
Rotation of the Earth, and they.
What a fucking cokehead!
That's wild. I thought he was just doing it off camera.
Yeah.
But he was in like the other room.
Yeah, he didn't even stop to like let it get down his freaking throat. Holy cow!
Need to give you like explanations for argument. Why are you demanding anything of anybody, you bunch of little dweebs? What's that? You've heard me call you what you are, dweebs. So now you need to go out and have my channel off me? Suggest I'm inciting hatred? I'm not inciting. I'm telling you to go away. Calling you a dweeb. Telling you to get lost.
No, the reason why you're telling us to go away is because you can't debate us. You can't get out of your echo chamber, and you can't have a debate with people on an equal level. You don't dare get out of on a neutral platform. Arnold for $5 says raw crime count is the wrong metric. We need crimes per capita. Globe versus Fleur.
And what's your reaction? Oh, well, no. This man's inciting hatred. He needs his income stream ending. Like, you people are monsters.
Dude, you, like, people who beg for coins make more money than you. Shut the fuck up. Oh, look. We have Kevin. Kevin, moron. I'll stop what I'm doing right now, and I'll debate you. On the topic of flat Earth, I'll get someone to moderate. Watch him run away like the fucking little bitch he is.
And it will reach the point where your crumbling, sad religion falls about while you make your life a misery for yourself.
Oh, he's puffing his chest, but he's not clicking the link. Oh, Kevin. You know what to do with this little pussy ass bitch. Run away, coward.
He's puffing his chest. He must be descendant from a pufferfish.
You have to pay me. Okay. How much? How much, Kevin? How much do you charge? Name a price. Go. Quickly. Quickly. We're losing hours. How much? Come on, Kevin. Type a number. Type a number, asshole.
And he's about 350.
Quickly. Type a number. How much?
Oh, you can't ask Flirts for numbers.
What a moron. Kevin, how much? Okay, I charge double that, so you owe me 2,000. Now click the link. Up
Just
front,
wipe-
what are you, a hooker?
Max, would you be willing to wipe your fee if he wiped his?
Yeah, well, let's say I'll give you a 50% discount. I also charge 2,000, so that's it. We don't have to exchange money. So click the link, moron. And I mean, you really want $2,000? I know what you're going to do. Water is flat. Water is flat. That's what you did the last debate, you absolute moron. So everyone just time out, Kevin. Fuck you. Fucking cow. That's a coward's excuse. Like, oh, you have to pay me. You're completely unqualified. Kevin, you're retarded.
And the system will punish you. You know, the same. It's a sad state of affairs when the system you're defending with these actions, making it personal about some other individual, me, that you want to make into a monster. I'm not. But what will happen to you is you will end up taking this too far. You will end up being criminally prosecuted. People who harass and stalk and pester and demand from others, eventually they get prosecuted.
Oh, you mean like No, never mind.
It's not acceptable societally. Yeah, it's called, there's a term for it, being antisocial. Yeah, there's laws against.
Oh, like you are, Nathan. Like you are just sitting there day after day in your shitty ass studio while you have confessed your own self that when you do these 4-hour shows, your family has to get like locked in some other room because you're taking the big room of the house. Okay.
Is there any group more non-social than flat earthers?
No.
They spend all day, every day, in their little Discord rooms yapping about the Illuminati and the Jews and the gays and the Rockefellers and and the aliens and all this stuff. And a lot of the times they're drunk or high or both all day, right?
Yeah.
I only go in there every once in a while. I don't go there because I have other things to do. I have a life.
Yeah. I work at home, so I can sometimes spend a couple of hours in the afternoon while I work talking to these morons. But Big Fish says Kevin got kicked by Whatcast earlier. He's the new Dick Wayne, except he won't debate. Yeah. Kevin's balls are made of pussy. And Otto MDX says, I imagine his family cowering in the bathtub like it's a tornado coming. Yes.
By the way, a new video dropped
From who?
Yeah, RIP.
From
CSM.
CSM.
Conspiracy Music Studio.
CMS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
CMS. Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
It's really good.
Yes. It's very, very good.
I dropped one of Roger as well.
Oh. If you want to, you have mods in the chat. If you want to share the link so people can check it afterwards, after the stream, not now.
Yeah, after.
No, yeah.
Now, again, like I say, you can try and suggest no.
Sorry, go ahead.
Right.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I noticed Roger had a stream the other day where he actually didn't mention Brenda for the whole stream.
Oh, my.
What? Are you sure it was really him?
I didn't even realize it was about an hour after the stream finished, and I was putting together some clips, and I suddenly thought, there's no Brenda in this one.
He's moved on.
Roger,
Oh,
I
no,
think
it was
it's
only the
kind
one
of-
screen.
I think it's kind of settled that Roger is going to win top left. Mostly, all you have to do is show
I
this.
should order one of these guys to take with me to Antarctica. What do you think? I can tell where the refraction is and the gravity, all with a little camera and a gauge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Roger,
that makes a debut in the new CMS video as Roger dumps melting cheddar cheese into the hole that measures the gravity.
There's a better one than that coming that Toon showed part of about horses and doing manual things with bulls.
Oh wow!
Oh yes.
Nathan's described breaking someone's nose.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the punchline is halfway through when Roger says, "You got to get the semen out somehow."
He actually said that. That was such a cringe stream. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about man's daughters. Expect pain. That's how the world is. It's like, what are you going to pretend because there's an internet?
I mean, it's not, Nathan, because you couldn't hit anyone. You are a wimp. You are a fucking wimp. And the only reason why you act tough is the same, like, Witsit does the same thing. Like, hey, you wouldn't talk to me like that in person. Motherfucker, I was playing football as a kid with people with guns when I was 10. Like, I'm not afraid of any of you morons. I would speak exactly like I'm speaking to you here on, like, right to your face, and you would do jack shit about it. They're not tough guys. I'm not a tough guy either, but I'm not intimidated by you.
I don't know, Max. That punch he demonstrated earlier, that looked pretty vicious.
That was the gayest punch I've ever seen. The only thing that could have made it more gay is if he would have slapped.
Or if he, after he punched his own hand, he went, ow, and like shook his hand.
Yes. You know, everyone knows I'm joking. It's okay to be gay. Blah, 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 blah. What kind of football is that? The South America.
That's protected you, that people don't get their noses broken. Out in the real world, people fight. Men fight. That's how it happens. Yes, often they can't justify their fighting and they get in trouble. And you, the little dweeb that can't fight, will weaponize that. This man's inciting hatred. This man is
I would pay up to $150 to watch Oakley like throw a kick. Right? I would gladly pay that.
inciting violence. You're like, no, we've got an entire entertainment business that's been built on glorifying violence. This system likes violence. And it was bewildering to me why at first people were lifting me up on their shoulders while I'm making...
Oh, look who we have. The one, the only, the legend. Astrocate, how
Hey,
you doing?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Hey.
You know, doing awesome. We were talking about you the other day. We were kind of trying to get some clarification on your whole spat with Mikey, and we forgot some of the details of what you were showing him.
Yeah. So I heard, I got pinged, and unfortunately, the past 2 weeks, I've been buried in work. Now, this is something, if we're talking, if flat earthers are watching, this is something they probably don't know much about. So when you have a real job, sometimes you have to go through periods where you're just working around the clock. And so for the past 2 weeks, I've been working around the clock. And so when I got your message to come on, I felt really bad that I was unfortunately just unavailable. But I'm here now and I can answer any questions.
Oh, yeah. When you're trying to get, let me move us to here. You're trying to get the types of pictures that Mikey is getting, right? So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, and then some. So I mean, Mikey has some really pretty pictures, but I think they can be improved. So I've been trying a whole bunch of stuff, and I think I showed this to Mikey. Where is this? So you have to start off with like a really good mount. So like Celestron makes one, it fell apart. You pay a little bit more and you get this one, which has a whole bunch more knobs and you can move them around. It's really cool. And then
that's to mount the phone to the binocular eyepiece, right?
Correct. So you put the phone in this area right here. And then you can move it back and forth from the eyepiece with this little knob here, so you can get it really precise. Okay. And you can move it like left and right, and you have to get it into the exact right place. If you put it And you might want to do this intentionally if you're trying to go for like Mikey pictures. But if you get it off to the too much to the side, you can pick up a lot of distortion, which is sometimes what you want. Like I want to make really ridiculous star pictures. Like it's nothing is more hilarious to me than using the power of freaking Sirius to make stupid images. So that's amazing. So you can do that. Or you can get it really precise. The other thing that I've discovered is when you put like the imaging on using that is really weird. So when you normally have a telescope or an astrophotography rig, it's very much like a traditional camera, where with a telephoto lens. So the telescope acts as a telephoto lens, and I mean, of course it does, and then it goes directly to the sensor in the back. And it's a very simple setup, not much to it. But when you're dealing with a pair of binoculars, what you're dealing with is a really weird optical system where you have the light going through the objective lens like a telescope would. Then it goes through two prisms. This is what differentiates binoculars from telescopes or anything, or I guess telescopes. There are prisms inside to flip the image. So one prism flips at 90 degrees, another flips at another 90 degrees, and now the image does not look upside down. In the so that's the difference between having two telescopes side by side and a binocular. So a binocular will have those prisms. Then it goes through the prisms and it goes through the little eyepiece. And the eyepiece has its own like focal length, and it makes the image sort of appear kind of. And so when you put on another camera, so you put on like the cell phone, basically what you're doing is you're putting on another full camera lens, right? You have a camera lens to another sensor that's really small. So how do you focus that? Like that was a big question for me. Like, how does that even work? So it turns out you can download raw photo apps for your phone, and you can adjust the focal, the amount that it focuses manually. And what you're really doing is you're creating a macro shot. So you're not. Yeah. So and the thing about macro shots is that, especially like I don't have the best camera on my phone, like I don't have the pro iPhone or whatever. But in order to get any sort of macro shot, I need to be like a few centimeters away, at least, from the object. If you're right up close to the object, you get a lot of distortion, a lot of blur. So there's that going into Mikey's images too that I discovered. So there actually is a way around that. You can get these little microscope attachments for your camera.
Nice.
Yeah, and you don't want too big, you don't want too much magnification, but it will allow the camera to go much closer to the eyepiece and use more of the sensor. Because the other thing with phone sensors is that they are very small. So you want to use as much of it as possible. So you can get these, I found that 100x is about right, and you can get it really up close, get some really interesting shot. It'll never be as good as a proper astrophotography rig. Now, with that said, that's like how you would do it legitimately. Now, I'm not going for legitimate. I want to make really cool, funny pictures of rainbows and stuff like that. So I've been experimenting with different lens types. I've gotten some really interesting results with prisms outside the objective lens, where you can get those like really cool spikes, like kind of similar to what Mikey's getting. And then I've also been working a lot with refraction gratings. And in fact, I even have a specialized refraction grating that I had to like custom order to put between the lens and, or I'd say the camera and the viewing lens of the binoculars. And what that does is it creates really rainbows around the stars, right? And you can get some really cool stuff. And then if you post-process it, you can get really interesting results, stuff that, is just absolutely amazing. And you combine that with, you can go and get time on really expensive binoculars. There are some binoculars that you have to mount on these like giant rigs. They're essentially just two telescopes, like side by side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and They cost, oh God, I don't know. You go to an observatory to do this. You don't buy these yourself. But
Right.
you combine all that together, you get some really interesting, really wild images. And now, unfortunately, like Mikey thinks he's like the first person to discover this stuff, right? Like it makes no sense, right? Like you can literally go onto Amazon and buy these adapters en masse to put on your binoculars that are designed specifically for astronomy. Like Celestron only makes stellar binoculars.
Right.
And they make
don't
these
make regular ones.
And you can get these adapters. People know you can put these on. And if you talk to Mikey, he says, I'm the first to discover this. Like, Mikey, no.
He's the first to discover something that he bought all these things that were already made for other things for.
Yes. He discovered that you can buy things that are already available to do the things that he's trying to do.
I was watching that, and he got super triggered when you said, oh yeah, no, this I managed to get my hands on like a $5,000 binoculars, and he was just personally insulted. Like you called him like, oh, you're a fucking hobo. But
he is so jealous. He is so jealous. Oh my God, he's jealous.
Oh, and the thing is, that's not even expensive from an astronomy perspective. The telescope right there, which is not there for show, it's just there because my apartment is small and I have nowhere else to put it, is like the mount is a ZWO AW AM5, which when you take the peer extension and all the things added to it, is about $3,000 in and of itself, just right there, just for the mount. And like, so, and then I have a whole bunch of custom equipment on it and stuff like that. 5,000, that's nothing. And that's the frustrating thing about being an amateur astronomer, is that it's really whoever has the most money wins.
Yes.
So a lot of the fun is figuring out what you can do with the least amount of money and the least amount of equipment. And so that's where this whole binocular thing comes from. Like, instead of trying to take like really good pictures, what's the craziest thing I can do with just like a pair of binoculars and me just trying everything that I can, throw at it. And you can do some really fun stuff. But unfortunately, Mikey thinks he's the first person to do this. And if, and it really goes into Mikey's psyche, right?
Yes.
So why are flat earthers flat earthers? They're not flat earthers because they logic their way there. They're there mostly, and I see this a lot online, is that a lot of people want to have a hero story. They want to fight the good fight. They want to, and everyone is a hero in their own story. For most of us, that means that we are sort of the hero of our own little sphere, right? So I see someone struggling to cross the street, I help them across the street, right? Like that's as far as my heroism goes. But for a lot of people, they want these grand adventures where they're up against the world and they're going to show the truth, and they're the ones who are just know the secrets and know everything. And that's where sort of Mikey is at. Yes. He knows the truth. He's going to save everyone, and he's the only person who knows how to take these images using these binoculars. And of course, anyone can do this. And if you know how these optics work, you can take even more interesting pictures. And that's why Mikey got so upset, is that the images that I'm getting are more interesting than his.
Yes.
So,
and that's why they have like this beef going with Jimenez and Sam and Mike, and they're fighting over who takes the blurriest, worst pictures. It's funny as hell.
It is, and when you understand the psychology of it, that they're all just vibing to become this great hero, and in the process, they're just becoming clowns. The only thing you can really do is just laugh at it, or join them. And honestly, I wasn't trying to upset Mikey. To be honest, I thought Mikey would be like, "Oh, this is great. We got Globers trying to do the stuff that I'm doing. I've tried, because Mikey has been saying for years now, like, why aren't you doing what I'm doing?" I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, sounds fun. And then I start doing it. And of course, Mikey got mad at me in the past for telling him that it's important, if you're doing any sort of photography, to know how your camera works. And I didn't think this was a controversial statement. like if you're painting a picture, you got to know how to mix paint. You have to know which brush to use, right? And if you're taking pictures with a camera, whether or not you're using your cell phone camera or you're using the P1000 or using binoculars, knowing how it's taking those images and how to work with those images is super important. But he got really upset.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought, okay, and I've been trying to sort of, I'm not gonna say like repair the relationship that I have with Mikey, but at least try to be like nice to him and have like a friendly banter, right? And so I went on and I'm like, okay, finally I can start, maybe building a new relationship with Mikey where, we're both sort of doing the same thing. I'm doing it my way, he's doing it his way, but he just got so upset.
Yes.
So I was like, okay.
And like, if it was me, because I can be a bit of an asshole. If it was me, like one could say, like, yeah, okay, you bash him, whatever. But you're always super nice to him. It makes no freaking sense.
Yeah, of course, and there's I mean, let's be honest, there's a little bit of misogyny there, right? Like he's and if you look at some of his past transgressions, you'll see that there is a history to this. So about a year and a half ago, as he moved out of Regina and before he moved into Assiniboia, he was living in sort of like this in-between town. I forget the name off the top of my head. He had a landlord who just happened to be a woman. And he kind of had this weird thing with her. And he broke into her bedroom a few times.
What?
Yeah. And the landlord actually went to court about this. Like it's, and Mikey just had this weird obsession with her and then got really angry and then went on some like live streams and threatened to like bash her head in with like a hammer.
I'm detecting a pattern.
Yeah, there's a pattern here. This isn't anything new with Mikey's behavior.
Well, not just with Mikey, with others who go into women's rooms and pilfer things.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, if you're a flat earther, you're not.
Well, it's not because they're flat earthers. It's
because they're creeps.
Yeah,
that's true. So yeah, Mikey does have this sort of history, and I think he feels really threatened because I really love astronomy. I love technology. I love science, and I think he doesn't like women who, I'm not gonna say like are smarter than him, but are
educated.
Yeah, are like educated, for example, not going to, or who might disagree with him, doing their own thing. And you can also see this in the way he interacts with the public as well.
Yeah.
Like he interacts with women slightly differently than men who disagree with him, for example. So.
Oh yeah. Now I want to know one thing.
I didn't do it.
Whenever I get myself over to the US, you're going to invite me over to your house for a play date, right?
Absolutely. Everyone is welcome. My place is small. So I live in California in this place called Silicon Valley.
Got it.
Yes. Yes. I live in Silicon Valley, where a small little starter home is about $2 million.
Oh my.
Jeez.
Yes. So like what you see behind me is basically my entire like apartment. But
it's
you're all
okay.
welcome.
I don't mind. We have a lot to play with. We can go watch the stars. We can go make some music. So it's going to be a fruitful play date.
Everybody's a millionaire in California.
Yep, everyone's a millionaire and everyone's poor. So over there is my new 3D printer.
Oh wow.
And I offered Mikey. So Mikey was saying, I want to do a 3D print of my stars. And I offered my 3D printer to him to print, and for some reason he did not return the offer. He didn't reply. So, but yeah,
there's 3D print a star.
I think what he wants to do is he wants to model what he thinks Sirius looks like, which is that radiating Sirius XM pattern. Like, okay, so I don't know if he knows this. So I do a lot of computer hacking. So whenever his desktop shows up, I'm always very curious. What's on his desktop?
I know. I do the same thing. I do that every time. Yes.
Yes. What information is he leaking? And always on his desktop is a picture of the XM Sirius logo, which has like the like Wi-Fi bands like coming out of the star,
Right.
or of their satellite, right? And that's what he thinks that Sirius is. Like, it's not very far away, and it's just like this crystal with, and he calls it a frequency. I don't think he understands what a frequency is.
No.
But it has sort of like these bands, which actually are caused by frequency. It's definitely that the banding that he gets from on the side of Sirius and his like quote unquote infamous photos is definitely a result of some kind of interference happening within the objectives of his lenses, right? Something's going on to cause some of the light. Yeah. So he thinks that that's what it looks like. Like, it's like a crystal embedded in the firmament with like these obvious optical artifacts coming out of it, but they aren't optical artifacts. And that's Mikey's thing. Like, he'll see optical artifacts that are easily explained and be like, oh, it's moonworms. Like, it's hilarious. Like you watch the you watch the moon. He'll take a picture of the moon, and the moon clearly has craters, and it's actually not even a bad image of the moon, but you can clearly see the craters and everything. And then there's something in the sky that's a bright light, and as he moves like up and down, the moon gets more blurrier, and you see the trail of the little dot in the sky, waving up and down with the movement of the camera. And he cannot figure it out, like, what's going on. And that's
Mikey, just get a proper telescope and you can get pictures like that.
He did. He returned it the same day.
He did. Yeah. And the telescope was made by a company that makes fake wigs.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like their shop had telescopes and wigs. Like, what?
Oh, wigs as in like fake hair?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So, and the thing is, in astronomy, and we'll tell you this too, a cheap telescope is a quick way to get people uninterested in astronomy fast. So, of course, what does Mikey buy? He buys the cheapest telescope from a company that makes wigs.
Right.
And of course, he's not getting the results he wants, so he returns it. And he doesn't ask how to build his own. And the thing is, you can actually get a decent setup for less than the cost that he has already paid into his binoculars. You can go and buy something like a C-Star, what is it called? The C-Star S50 or something?
Yes, the automatic one.
Yeah, the automatic one. Like, it's $500. And
Simon Dan had it on his channel a while ago that he got a new one or something.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll take images of the stars and it won't have, chromatic aberration. Okay, we'll talk about my cat. So I saw your stream starting, and your cat, it's El Diablo.
Oh my, he's like freaking insane. At this point, it's domestic abuse or something like that. I don't know. We always talk about violence against animals, but we never talk about animal violence on humans. And you should see my legs. It's very insane.
Yeah, you should see my legs too. And this cat does not even mean to hurt me, as you can tell.
No, this one actually means to hurt. Like, he grabs you with the claws and then goes like, and bites you really hard.
No, I actually had to deal with this cat too. So this cat is a rescue. She was totally feral, and if you look closely at one of her ears, you'll see it's clipped. She was picked up on the street. And when I brought her in, she was biting me, and she's never been picked up before. And when I first picked her up, she was freaking out. She wanted to be put down. I'm like, finally, a cat that's going to leave me alone. And I wanted like a mean cat because I wanted Astro Cat to be a mascot for my work where I do bad things. People ask me to do bad things, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll get a mean cat. It'll be perfect. But somewhere along the way, this cat figured out that I actually rescued her.
Right.
So
I can't hold cat like that. He will just eat my face.
I'm not holding this cat. Like, she jumped up.
Yeah,
and she will not let go.
Cat, the most thing he will do in the morning or whenever he will come by the computer chair and he will go like, wow, and he just like rubs. I put my hand out, rubs his cheek, and then goes away.
Well, that's a good start. Your cat likes you. Your cat at least thinks you're his property.
Yeah, but I mean, then he bites me.
Yeah.
Mr. Ivan said, my father's telescope set him back $48,000. He had it custom made. Oh my. Does he want to adopt me? You know? And Buck for $5 says, nothing like a good Oakley bashing before starting the work week. I have to rewind to catch up. We'll get back to that in a little bit. No worries.
Yeah, and like I was saying, a $5,000 pair of astronomy equipment is nothing. And Mikey got so upset.
That was glorious. I remember every time he speaks to you, you're always being super nice, and you say something completely innocuous, and he gets like uber triggered, and it's like, yeah, no, kick you out, ban you, and just continue derping out. All right, shall we? Anything else that I forgot to ask about? What are you planning next for your Mikey pop pictures?
Oh, well, let's see. We have an internal chat. So I don't want to release this too soon. And honestly, I've been so busy with...
Oh, you muted yourself. Hold on. You muted yourself, Kate.
I muted myself. Thank you. Okay, so I have a secret. And it's going to be between you and me. And I'm going to put it into the studio chat. All right, because I don't want to release this. I don't want to let Mikey know too soon. But I have something.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this like 2 weeks ago, last time you were on.
Yeah,
I know you've been busy with work, so obviously that hasn't gotten any further. But yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yep. So I have that thing in the chat.
And
I can see it through the binoculars very well, just as well as Mikey's stars.
Cool. Oh, can't wait.
Yes. Yeah. So I can measure the distance to this to at least one of the stars very precisely.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yes.
I do have a question for you, Kate.
Yeah.
Whenever you were showing Mikey those different pictures, you showed him that one picture that had like I think you called them the prisms that were kind of around the star, like almost like a clock hands, like the hour hand thing would be or whatever. Is that what you use to make like the Sirius picture with like the really long rainbows?
Yeah. So what you saw was video footage of me inserting the refraction gratings between the phone camera and the binoculars. And so I can put it in, and then I can generate the spectra from the star. And the image I sent to Mikey was heavily post-processed, and but it only like threw it all together. And that's what I got. And before, like, I know Mikey will be like, you post-processed stuff. He post-processes his...
Everything.
Yes, everything. Everything is super post-processed. And the funny thing is, I don't think he realized it, because he will literally go on his programs and be like, I put my camera in night mode. And if you look at what night mode does, is it literally stacks photos in sequence.
Right.
Because it's thinking it's low light, so it's going to stack photos.
Yeah, so it literally does the same sort of post-processing that you would use for like astronomical photography, except not as in depth. And in addition to everything else, so there's a great article by someone who wrote the code for the Android phone camera application, and goes through the image pipeline of everything that has to happen between the sensor and you getting your image out. And if you go through all of Mikey's photos, you can always tell that it's gone through that process because one of the main steps is to do a edge sharpening. And if you look around the stars, you'll see that it's like bright, and then there'll be like a sudden super black just around the star, and then it's gray. And that is exactly what you would expect to see with a edge sharpening filter in software. So digitally altering his photos.
Right.
If you do the same image, and I've done this myself with a raw camera app, you do not get those artifacts.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but it's just complete ignorance and not even willing to do, their own research.
Yeah, and people have told him. I've seen it in chat. Like they go like, I heard that Android phones and iPhones they post process for you, and they have to. The sensors in those phones are cheap. They're small. The only reason you get as good of pictures as you do is because the Photoshop happens behind the scenes.
Right.
And Mikey just ignores it. Like whatever.
Yeah. Nah. It's
No.
like, yo, I just take the picture. I don't process. It's like, dude, the phone does it alone.
Yeah, and if that wasn't, oh, go on.
I was just saying he's got the CGI free model.
Oh, of course. But of course, if you look at his photos, and we can do this right now. Let's go to the Fluff Wiki. Fluff.info, Mikey Smith. Where is it? Come on. And I'll share my screen in a bit. Mikey Smith. Okay, so how do I share my screen? There's a way to do this.
The screen icon with the plus sign in the middle of the photo.
Make sure you select with audio if it has audio.
It does not have audio. Okay. Share screen.
I know it's a common thing whenever a video comes on with no audio, and he's like, I gotta reshare it with audio.
No, you share the
did I share
you share the sign.
Oh.
Yes.
Did I mention I'm an expert at computers?
Yes. It's okay.
You mentioned hacking earlier.
We all have those brain farts.
Okay, let's try this again.
PhD Tony says, your video title is a lie. Oakley doesn't have a mind.
That's what I said at the start. You're pre-supping that he has a mind to lose.
That's true. But he's still losing it.
I know what I can do. All right. One more try. I can do this. Share screen. Okay.
Electron Element says Oakley is unhinged. Oh yeah, he's completely gone now. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, so there we go. So if we look at these photos here, you'll see this is his famous, infamous photo of Sirius that he has all over the place.
Yeah.
And this has been heavily, I mean, you can see the text there. Obviously, there's been some image editing, but if you, of course, look at the highly contrasted image, the background is completely black.
Right.
So there's no noise, no nothing. It is absolutely black. So this was actually cut out, like literally like what you would do for like Photoshop,
right?
Like making fakes. Like that's what he did here.
Interesting. Sneaky.
Yeah, and you can see it again in some of his other photos that he really likes. This one too, using a principal component analysis. It's just he cut out what he wanted.
And just put it on a black background.
Put it on a black background. Yep.
Oh wow.
Naughty, Mikey. Naughty.
Yeah. And these are the images that he says are unaltered.
Right.
That are raw. And of course they're not. And you can, of course, see in some of these images, let's see, what's a good one here? Yeah, this is a double image, obviously. And then, oh yeah, okay, so this is a good one. So he said in this one, this is an example of the firmament. Because you can see that there's some grays and different colors, but if you enhance the saturation a lot, you'll see that it really comes up with these sort of greenish areas, which just happens to be one of the primary colors of auroras, of which there are plenty. And most auroras in the north where Mikey lives, it doesn't even show up to the human eye. But if you have a long exposure photograph, you can start picking up this, some of the minor auroras happening. And this one is a better example too. Oh, go on.
So he thinks the aurora is the firmament.
Exactly. And this is a better example of the aurora. So you can see right here, we have a little bit of red and a little bit of green, enhanced colors. And this is where he says, this is the firmament right here. And if you actually look at an aurora with your naked eyes, and it's a weak aurora, it does look like light pollution, just like this. But like I said, when you enhance the colors, when you increase not the contrast, but the saturation.
Saturation, yeah.
Thank you. You can, pick out, oh yeah, no, that green right there, that is, that's interacting with our atmosphere. And of course, you can see the darkness around some of the stars, which is from the edge sharpening.
Right.
Yep. So yeah, no, Mikey has been absolutely, totally faking his images. I wouldn't say even faking, because in astrophotography, it is absolutely normal and absolutely expected that you will post-process your image. Right. And it's not just astrophotography. Any sort of professional or semi-professional photography, you have to post-process your images.
Yep.
And
I wanted to ask you a question now that we mentioned the auroras. Remember a couple of years ago, there was this huge solar storm. We even got auroras, this red, in Uruguay. And this guy got really lucky because he got the aurora and he also got the bioluminescent algae in the sea. Why are they different color depending on the hemisphere? Because they're not here. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, they're not depending on the atmosphere. So auroras are either going to be usually red or green, depending on the type of or the gas that they're acting with. So hydrogen, for example, tends to glow very dark red. And then I forget what is green. So aurora colors atmosphere. But it is just the different gases in the atmosphere. So like ozone will do a different color. So green is the most common, and that's from oxygen. And then red is high altitude oxygen. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah, because and this is exactly what you mentioned. You couldn't see this with the naked eye. You had to do a long exposure shot. But we did get those all the way down here.
Yeah. And that's a very extreme example. The most common color for aurora is green.
Green, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you see it a lot in Mikey's photos, where he is up north, where auroras are very common.
Right. No, I'm kind of halfway. I'm at 50. No, wait, I don't remember my latitude. Hold on.
I wonder what he would say if he caught a different color aurora. If he'd be like, "Oh, the firmament's changing colors on me."
Right.
Well, no, he's actually published on his channel like really beautiful images of auroras. Like he takes these really terrible photographs of stars and stuff, but then he'll just take a nice snapshot with his phone of like the aurora, and it's actually like kind of a nice shot because he's not trying to fake anything, and he just posts it and he's like, "It's the aurora." Like, Mikey, you just proved the globe.
I'm at 30 degrees south. Well, actually 34 degrees south. So yeah, it's very rare that we get the auroras. But I think it was towards the end of 2023, there was a huge solar storm, and everyone went out and got those pictures. All right. Okay, thank you so much for explaining. We were wondering because no one remembered what the hell had happened, and Icy Spin contacted you, but glad we could clear that up. Do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to promote?
Absolutely not.
You got it.
I am way too
not yet.
I'm way too overburdened with work at the moment. I do have some things lined up, but it's going to be at least another 2 weeks until I'm free to work on projects again. So,
all right. If you want to hang out, we are watching Oakley lose his freaking mind. But
again,
yeah, more, even more. Yeah. Now he's going full on the violent threats and that kind of stuff. Boston Concert says in the Southern Hemisphere they're called Aurora Australis. Yeah, I know that. But yeah, we're watching
of a violent nature. Put yourself.
Yeah, that's what the last thing we were saying. That he says he's literally threatening violence and taking the it's a metaphor. Oakley, when you're saying you're going to break someone's nose, it's not a metaphor. You
and
can't
leave them
risk
bloody on the
that.
floor.
Yeah.
What's the metaphor?
Yeah, or when you were saying that you would just rape a man, that's also not a metaphor.
And what's the metaphor for?
All right, I need to play this for a minute or two because I need to go to the toilet, and I'll be right back.
All right.
On mute. Ew, for fuck's sake, you're just watching your line dance while I'm looking down the lens of my camera.
I didn't know I was off mute. Sorry.
Just pay attention. People have praised me for describing the violence in real life that you'd face for the behaviour. Yeah? Eventually, someone gets sick of the guy who's watching his daughters through their window with binoculars. Eventually, that person has his ass dragged through his own car window and his head stamped on. Yeah, that's what happens eventually to that person. Now, you might go, I don't like that. When it's directed at you. You're the one who's the person in the car with the binoculars. You creepy bunch of criminal harassing stalkers. That's what you are. Now, you don't like that we are putting you in the position of ex-wife. We've gone, we want to divorce ourselves from you. We don't want you around us anymore. You are unpleasant. Yeah? And you make us feel on edge, threatened. Why does someone describe violence? Why can I do it so casually with a smile? Well, because that is how people who are threatened react. That's how they react. You want to go, well...
Why can he threaten people so casually with a smile? Because you're a fucking sociopath, that's why.
People who are threatened do not talk like that.
Yeah.
Because to him, making threats like that is like us ordering breakfast.
And I mean, Oakley, in general, in civilized society, I don't know where like inside your head, but in civilized society, taking the law into your own hands is not a good thing. Right? So, I mean, we have law enforcement for a reason. So let's take the hypothetical that someone is creeping up on you with binoculars, blah, blah, blah. Call the police. That's the best thing to do. Right?
There's a thing he constantly says, I'm just speaking metaphorically. However, other people are not that stupid. There's a thing called, who will rid me of this meddlesome priest? It's a veiled threat, and it's taken seriously in the law. If somebody were to actually act out some of the things that Nathan is saying, it's at least theoretically possible he could be charged because he is egging people on to commit acts of violence. Mm-hmm. That's what who will rid me of this meddlesome priest is about. It doesn't absolve you of responsibility if you say, oh, I was just kidding. Oh, it's just a metaphor. No, people, they're still taken seriously, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and there's a joke. There's a common joke where people will say the most horrible things and then just assert in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's all he's doing. He's just saying in Minecraft. Like, I would love to hit all the globies and all the people who espouse basic scientific knowledge and get them potentially killed in Minecraft.
No. Yeah. That said, this is all bullshit. It's never going to happen. This is a weak little man who never leaves his room and has these domination fantasies, right? And he's never going to follow through on any of this. It's never going to happen. He's just a sad, pathetic little
clown.
I couldn't think of anything.
I got you.
Look, he's being violent. You're like, that's how people react.
Sorry, Kate.
Yeah, the problem with him being such a sad, pathetic loser is that he doesn't think he's a sad, pathetic loser, and he has to interact with real people in his life, including, doesn't he have a daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he has
them,
two.
Them's fighting words.
Two.
You can't bring his kids into the conversation because they'll have to drag your ass out of the car.
Oh no! But as someone who used to work with young kids, this is not a positive environment for them to be in.
Well,
Definitely.
to be fair,
that's what CK said. Like, hey, do you speak like that to your wife? And not happy with yelling stuff like rape and yada yada. He said that he would beat CK up, right? Like, this guy is completely losing his shit.
Like, he immediately, after she asked him that simple question, he immediately said, "Who the fuck said that?" And when he found out, he's like, "Who's that stupid slut that just mentioned my wife?"
Now, there is the thing. I think a possibility is it's all a complete act. It's all in front of the camera. It could be totally different when the camera is off. It's possible that it's totally different when the camera is off. We don't know, but on camera, well, you can't know.
So Brenda, I'm sorry to say that I can tell that you are from the not Michigan,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yes, I can tell you're from Minnesota because you're giving, of all the people in the world, Nathan Oakley the benefit of the doubt.
Right?
Because this is yes.
I can tell you come from a very civilized and kind area of the country.
Oh well, we haven't been that kind lately, but we push back.
Oh no!
That's right. Fargo. If you watch the movie Fargo, they didn't get it that wrong. It was a little bit exaggerated, but we are somebody who would say with her, like, was that your friend in the wood chipper back there?
Gravity Hits Hard says, Oakley says Dr. Blitz has stolen valor because he calls himself Dr. Blitz. Dr. Blitz has a PhD. Oakley has rotten teeth. But don't say that to him because he gets very triggered. He called me a crackhead once, and I told him, like, dude, you look more like a crackhead than me. I at least have all my teeth. And I got instantly muted. Pable for 750 Uruguayan pesos. Hey, comrades, what a waste of organs, this guy. Oxygen thief.
Well, this is his best use is to be mocked and ridiculed.
True. That is correct. Yes.
To you. Now, you want to weaponize the bloody metaphor of me describing. You've got no introspection. You're not going, oh, right. So if I sit at the end of your street with binoculars looking at your kids through their window and whispering to you on the phone, you don't think that somebody wouldn't praise, clap, and probably jump in with a boot when you get dragged out your own car window? No, they will. They'll cheer for the demise of the people like that. Societally, you, the dweebs, the heliocentric dweebs, the very small minority of people that oppose us with their adenoids, you are borderline criminal in your behaviour. You're on a tightrope that you don't even realise you're walking.
Nathan, I've never been arrested. And just because I called you an idiot, how is that criminal? You are an idiot. It's a statement of fact.
So this is just him projecting. Like,
yes.
Okay.
And it will result not in metaphors of people breaking your nose, but the chances are you being in some dusty old cell in trouble for your criminal stalking and harassment. Society doesn't like you, and they don't behave like you. Look around you. The people who are around you are not behaving like you are. This little minority of dweebs. And what's the real telling thing that they want?
I love that he thinks that he is not a dweeb. Right?
He's absolutely a dweeb. No, 100%.
Oh my, wait, hold on. Do you have, I love that! Oh, yeah. I love that cat. You have a cat parrot.
Yes, I do. So
Oh my, that is so cute.
Yes, she sits.
With him sitting like that, I can really see that clip on his ear that you were talking about earlier.
I love it.
To discuss, well, their religious belief. In this case, they're into waving. Literally, my kids with Coriolis effect. You sad little dweebs. It's gone beyond you being just a bit boring with your bad breath. And
wait, what? Excuse me. All your warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? You're talking about my breath. I can smell it from here. What are you talking? Your mouth is rotten. We have a standing bed that I give 6 months to your teeth starting to fall off.
That's what. Maybe he got a whiff of his own breath.
Oh my God.
Everybody around you finding you very, very tedious. Do you wanting to act like criminal stalkers and harass people in a way that is antisocial so that you can demand they address your cognitive dissonance about fucking reference frames? Have a word. Now, you already were the dweebs of society. People generally just ignored you, overlooked you. You were invisible to the general public. But
no, Nathan, you're projecting. That's why you became a flat earther, because that's the only way you could become somewhat relevant in a group of idiots.
Yeah, when he says that, when he says stuff like that, he's talking to his followers, not to us. He's talking to his followers.
Yeah, we are so ignored and so disrespected that they only teach the globe in preschool onwards. We've institutionalized it.
When they start looking at you like the woman that you think you can wolf whistle at because you've sat with the cool kids, they sneer at you. Yeah, well, what's that by metaphor? Well, societally, there's actual punishments, not metaphorical broken noses, but prosecutions. Stalkers and people who harass and behave in an antisocial manner, they eventually have trouble. Find them. The system's set up for it. You'll be made the monsters that you want to portray us to be when we describe by metaphor how the reaction to your behaviour will end up putting it into a metaphor about how you'd have your head dunked down the bog in high school by the big kid that got sick of you because you're annoying his girlfriend and she's moaning about you all the time.
What is he rambling on about? What the fuck?
Talking about dunking people's heads in toilets again. That's what the bog is.
Buck says, please tell Brenda they are not followers, they are disciples. Well, I would call them minions. If you know the historical context of the meaning of that word, it's very appropriate.
Well, it's I looked it up and I've watched some. There's a lot of psychological videos, and I guess that's not the best way, but the in the literature in psychology, the followers of malignant narcissists like Nathan here, they're literally called minions. That's what they're called by psychologists.
Yeah, but the historical context of the minions where it's sexual. I was telling everyone yesterday, there's a great movie on Netflix called The Captive that tells the story of Cervantes, one of the greats of Spanish literature. He was captive of the Muslims in Algiers, and they display how the ruler there, the caliph, had minions, which were basically male sexual slaves.
So you're absolutely right. I'm looking it up right now. The word minion came from the French mignon, meaning pretty, attractive, dainty, gracious, and affectionate. And it also had homosexual connotations back in the 1500s. Yeah, no, this was indeed a term that was used to describe sexual dominion. Yeah.
How the hell did it become little yellow guys on the cartoons?
Disney.
I mean, it changes, and then like Brenda was saying, it got caught by people that study psychologies and yada yada. So I mean, it's just language moving on, and it became less and less relevant. But I think it was Louis V, King of France, that had a group of minions that wore very colorful, bright clothes, and they used to get together and have these massive orgies and so on. Yeah, it's a very interesting word.
About the dweeb. That's what you are. People around us are dweebs. Now, the society that you find yourself, they love a witch hunt. They love to turn people into monsters. Now, this is, believe me, my love being expressed to my opponent. So pay attention. The world will turn you into a monster and hunt you down. So get a grip. Now, us here on Flat Earth Debate specifically, there's a load of stupid numpty Flat Earth conspiratards that you can peck at that will love pecking back. But we've gone, no, we've had enough over here where we know it's flat, where we know you need it to be flat. There's no longer any argument. So the nagging stops. We are literally divorcing ourselves from you. So henpecking us will eventually lead to you becoming a monster that society absolutely loves to hunt.
Nope. That out of all of the things that will never happen, that will never happen the most.
Do you want to be that? Wouldn't you prefer to be the invisible dweeb? Wouldn't you prefer that people weren't looking at you at all, rather than looking at you and sneering? This is the beginning. Me describing you getting a broken fucking nose is the start. It's the warning signs. Now, if you want to make me into that monster, I'll be that martyr. It's water off a duck's back.
Hey, want to hear something really funny?
Yes.
Oakley literally believes the Earth is flat.
That's pretty fucking stupid. My God. He literally says he wants to be a martyr.
Right?
There.
This is
A martyr, monster martyr.
Wait, someone had made a comment that he has a literal messiah complex. Like, Nathan, you're not Flat Earth Jesus. You're not.
And that's why I said earlier, a lot of these flat earthers are here because they're chasing that hero narrative for themselves.
Somebody was me. That was me. That was me.
Oh, that was you? Yeah.
That was me.
That was you. Thank you. Thank you. They're chasing this hero narrative for themselves. And it is hilarious. They're basically pleasuring themselves in front of all of us.
Well, to be fair, Nathan Oakley has been kicked out of the more public Flat Earth discords, the one on politics and also Geo's server, because of he is just an extremely toxic person. And even the Flat Earthers there understand that his argument that the Earth is flat because it's measured flat is the dumbest argument ever, right? It's flat because it's flat. Even those Flat Earthers think it's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
After 10 years of abuse.
One more thing. I'm sorry, Max, but
it's okay.
He will never get back onto politics server because Doobie, the owner of politics, will not have him on because he repeatedly shouted the N-word.
Oh yeah,
dozens of times. I have that recording, and he said it over and over dozens of times, and then claimed that he's not racist at all, and so he will never be permitted back onto that Discord server again, not ever.
So wait, are you telling me that there are flat earthers who are racists?
Yeah, many of them are, but some of them are actually aware that there's a line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am shocked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize.
Oh, Neil Costantino has used that word too. I've been listening to these guys for quite a while. I pay for the members extra, and in the extras and in the beforehands, they sometimes let these things out, and it's pretty ugly.
Yep, and this is exactly who flat earthers are, and this is why I would say try not to debate with them, try not to engage with them. These people are just there for us to make fun of.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, even when you debate, it's usually entertainment. Like when I debated Nathan with and Chris with FTFE, I had fun for the most of that, just bashing them. Kango for $5 New Zealand says, "How has this cunt's channel not been struck?" I have no idea.
I do.
No idea.
I do. Because I've been listening to him for quite a while, and he talks about this in his after shows when he's off camera. He talks about he studies the terms of service put out by YouTube. He knows exactly where the line is, what he can and can't say, and he's talked about it many times. And in fact, has gotten angry with other flat earthers because they didn't take his advice on where that line is, right? Because he will counsel them and tell them, here's what you can say and here's what you can't say. And he's told them, and YouTube is very clear on what is a TOS violation, what isn't, and Nathan knows exactly where that line is.
All right. Bruce Wayne asks, what the fuck is this? And use the booty call emoji. That's an emoji because every time we're live, Isa keeps getting booty calls all the time.
That's a butt making a phone call. That's what that is.
People telling me I need my nuts cut off and I need to be forced off tall buildings and my kids should be taken away. I've heard it all before, but I'm now speaking back to the people who are currently doing it and going, you want to be a monster? I assure you will not fare like I fared. I've got very thick skin. Yeah?
No, you don't. Look at you. You have been crying for 10 minutes so far, like just straight up wailing.
Oh yeah, the one time that he was on Red's Rhetoric, holy crap! What a thin-skinned crybaby.
Kango
how long
says
ago was that?
for $5 New Zealand dollars. Brenda, I listened to you chatting with Hillside on Icy Spin's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Icy Spin, what the hell are you doing? He must be one of the most retarded adults I have ever heard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's
Kango.
not he's a typical flat earther, to be honest with you. They all are. They're like that. They all are. They're daft. They're dumb as fuck. They can't understand simple concepts.
Oh yeah.
Really, really simple concepts. They're not the exception. It's the rule.
Blackburn Big Dragon says Oakley skin is as thick as tracing paper.
A tough old goat in that regard. As I say, it is water off a duck's back. But you frail bunch of weak little beaters, you will not cope with society making you a monster. I assure you, it will be your demise. So heed these words. They are said out of love. Don't become the monster, because you get hunted. People love a witch hunt.
I'm sorry. What? What?
I mean, that's the title of the stream. He's losing his mind. Yeah, people are going to hunt us because we call idiots idiots. Sure. Okay.
I mean, he's lost his mind, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh my, it's fun freaking tastic.
Yes.
And we've just begun. This video is like 4 hours. We're not going to get through all of it today, but this is 4 hours.
Wow.
Nathan, dead air.
You get it all out?
Nothing to get out. I have had these feelings for the last 6 months, probably a year. I can't put a timeline on it. For a period of time, I've gone, what is this worth? When I said the juice isn't worth the squeeze, I couldn't look it up. I tried to earlier, find what the rest of the saying is. It's not worth the rub. I'm sure there must be another part to that, but I can't find it. The best I could come up with was a comparable saying. The juice is not worth the squeeze, right? Now, I said this yesterday. I watch a lot of Taylor the Fiend, and inadvertently, I watch it for amusement, right? Because it amuses me how people behave when they're dating each other and younger than I. I can look at it and think back on times and go, that's amusing, right? Because I was a bad boy back then, right? I was the guy that he's describing that these women want to have bedroom fun with, but don't.
No, what? Oh my God, he thinks he's a sex symbol. Holy
Oh no,
cow.
he's not. He's not.
They call him the Prince of the UK.
More like Jack the Ripper. Bruce Wayne for 199 says maybe skin is a metaphor for skull. Thank you so much.
They want to get commitment out of these guys, but they don't want to give them commitment. I was trying to explain that yesterday. I just couldn't explain it. And I gave an example of where I did it, right? No talk, just sex. Yeah, that's an example of that. Well, in the same way, these metaphors are often comparable in terms of how the people around us that have debated with us for 10 years are now getting treated by us. You sort of hit it almost squarely on the head, Neil, when you said that these people couldn't stand it when we said, we don't need you anymore. We don't really want you anymore. That drove them up the wall. You're like, yeah, you're like the starting hints of becoming the divorced wife. But now we're at the tail end of it, and you're like, no, now you're the divorced wife sat at the end of the street with binoculars, phoning the police saying that you're getting beaten up. I mean, come on, you really want to be these people? Like I said earlier, they'll become the monsters, and society's already structured to hate them, right? And they've got even more reason to.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's just delusional.
No. There's a translation to this. Basically, what he's saying is that back when Flat Earth was trying to become popularized and tried to be taken seriously, they tried to go out and they tried to debate people. This is a common tactic. This is what happened with the young Earth creationists in the United States. They wanted to debate everybody. And then what happened is they had the debates. They realized it made them look stupid. And now they're like, no, we don't want to debate anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
That's wild. And
Yeah.
Nathan, we weren't last Friday, no, the previous Friday, he had muted everyone who wanted to debate. And then he was complaining about how no one wanted to debate him. It's like, dude, and I think it was I don't remember who it was, sorry, the name, but he was telling like, dude, Max is itching to debate you and you have him muted. Just because as soon as I came in, he started insulting me and I don't take shit from him. So I insulted him back and he's like, no, you're muted. It's like, well, very thick-skinned guy, right? And then all he did was, with all of the people that wanted to debate muted, just kept on repeating, the earth is measured flat, the earth is measured flat. And that's it. That's what your show has devolved into. You just chanting your silly mantra over and over. And then Neil getting out the pom-poms and going, Oakley, rah, rah, rah. And that's it.
He doesn't even know you as
creepy
Max.
little.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying, he doesn't even know you as Max. He just calls you that Uruguayan guy, doesn't he?
The guy from Uruguay, yeah. He's like, Oakley, could you please locate Uruguay on a map and then get back to me?
Dweebs. People love that kind of monster, don't they?
With what?
Yep, and you're 100% right.
Rah, rah, rah.
Cheerlead, cheerlead, Neil. Let's go.
Well, it was like a 5-second delay there for his brain to kick in.
Yes. But that's all he does. He mutes and says, oh, yeah, you're right. And then that's it.
Farewell. You and I, Neil, specifically, right? Because we've had our brushes with the law. We've exercised our criminal intent when we were much, much younger.
Brushes.
Therefore, we are
brushes. Armed robbery. It's not brushing with the law. It's not brushing.
And I'm sorry, might be because I come from a different culture and so on. But when you're a criminal and you get arrested, that's not a good thing. That means that you were a shitty ass criminal, that you couldn't even hack it as a criminal. If you told me I've been a criminal all my life and I've never been caught, I would be like, That's impressive. But then when you get caught, you're just an idiot. Sorry. Kango for $5 says, something's definitely true when it's not obvious and the person has to tell you. I have a massive knob, by the way.
Yeah, totally unrelated. I just wanted to mention 10 inches.
Mm-hmm. The guy that debated Wadcast today said that length contraction happens in the South, and that's why all the people in the South have small dicks. True story.
Wow, I must have missed that part.
Oh my, yeah. Like the dude invoked length contraction, but has no freaking clue what that is. It was funny.
Not battle hardened, but more aware of consequences in this regard. So when it comes to illegitimate claims, right? People saying you've done stuff that you haven't, it's met with an eye roll, because beyond truth, there's nothing that's going to occur because somebody says you've done something or are something. You need to prove that you are. Now, when you actually are that criminal, there's a fair chance that you'll get caught and get punished. Yeah? Would you agree?
If you suck at it, maybe.
Yep.
Therefore, when you have something falsely accused of you, well, you'll immediately go, no. You don't care too much because you're like, well, it's not going to be shown to be true, so who gives a shit? It's water off a duck's back. You concern yourself when it is true, right? Now, for the people who are opposing us currently, that is going to be their downfall because they haven't necessarily pushed the boundaries and the limitations of what is legally and societally acceptable. Instead, they found an outlet for their masked self that they never had the confidence to express, right? Now, given limitations and lack of consequences, that just gets worse.
Yes?
Yeah, I know a little bit about that. I know a little bit about having a part of yourself that you keep quiet about, and then having to go through therapy and to work out your issues, and then come out to society, whether it's being gay or trans or lesbian or whatever. It's not an easy process. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about, Nathan. Right? I've been through it. I know it.
Oh, yeah.
And worse over time. Like, yeah, but you are these people who oppose us, the people you communicate with, Neil, more often than I, because I've figured ways of detaching myself from them so that they can't get their greasy little, dirty little, dweeby little hooks into me, right? But they will find themselves on the end of consequences. Now, I'm thinking, why am I going through this, right? It's because in my mind, I want to be like the good Christians describe others should be, right? Which is to say, love thy neighbour, right? Try and express things that are positive for them. Not I hate you and want to show that you're wrong.
So hold
I
on.
want to demonstrate.
Holy fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
no, that makes total sense. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. And then the Lord saith, how do you like these balls in your mouth?
Yes. Oh, boy.
Straight to you how the path that you are on will lead to self-destruction. And therefore, I can only be considered to be warning them of the perils. Now, it's like that Christian who talks about partying to a certain extent, but with much less grandiose endeavours being the reason behind my motivation. So if I say, well, I've got in trouble, yeah, I've been that guy, right? Don't be that guy. Not because I'm talking about the guy that goes out and gets all the girls and has all the parties, but the guy that gets in trouble.
Yeah, don't be grandiose. Be like Oakley. Don't go out and try to expose the grandest conspiracy of all time while being chased down by massive hordes of people trying to take him down while he's a martyr. Don't be grandiose. Be like Oakley.
Yeah, and I mean, when it comes to partying, you party more when you shut up and you don't tell anyone. You get to keep on doing it. Pro tip, Oakley.
So
Still
just to clarify, Max,
taste
we
thy
have
neighbor's balls as thine selves.
So just to clarify, Max, we have more fun when we stop telling other people how to have fun.
Yeah. And when you don't boast about it and so on, when you're discreet, that's a plus.
Like I don't feel much shame for being an Englishman that often. But Oakley somehow fucking manages it. Like
Oh
Jesus
my.
Christ.
Yes. Kango for $5 New Zealand says Moses descended from Mount Sinai and asked, "How do my balls taste?" Yes, I remember that. That's the 11th commandment. Taste thy neighbor's balls.
It's being asked questions on tape. You know what I mean? Right? And if you are unprepared for that, like I was when I was in my teenage years, it's very scary. And there are consequences. But water off a duck's back for the people who are trying to make me the...
Did you just learn that saying, Nathan?
We should now try to insert tears off of Flurf's back.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, oh boy, like, Nathan, there's other you can say other stuff. Like water on a leaf also does the same thing.
Or water. Yep, or water under a bridge.
Yeah.
Lots of sayings, Oakley.
Monster that they haven't realised they are. It's all well and good me laughing about the monsters that I face in my closet. Every man's capable of true evil. And knowing what that evil is the wardship that you can keep over it. But the people we deal with, I'm sincere when I describe how they have not faced their own demons. They want to lock them up in a cupboard and walk the hell away. And in many ways, the religious belief that they have endeavoured to defend and interwoven with making me a monster is giving them a justifiable reason to lock them in the closet and turn their back on them. You're like, but here you are on the internet, becoming those monsters. You haven't even recognised it. Yeah? These people who cry foul, it's the irony of, don't bully me, you've got bad teeth and bad skin. What, you want to bully me?
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy, Oakley. You are very bullyable. Sorry. you have, your face is riddled with herpes. You're just a freaking clown that can't dare step outside his little echo chamber with his instant mute button. So yeah, you are very bullyable. I don't bully normal people. I bully people who think they're bullies.
Don't become the monster you're fighting against, especially if the monster you're fighting against is an imaginary monster. And I want to be good to these people as I depart from them in divorce and go, don't become a monster. Don't sit at the end of the drive with binoculars.
No, Oakley, the difference is that I can turn it on and off whenever I want to. And there's a criteria. For example, I bullied Nathan Thompson because Nathan Thompson thinks that he is a bully. So when he started yapping and running his filthy dumbass mouth, I had to put him in his place and let him know, you are not the bully here. I am. Then that's it. But then I'm a perfectly pleasant person with the rest of the people.
Do you guys remember? You remember the Goonies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The what?
The film,
Goonies, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So is Sloth is Nathan Oakley the adult version of Sloth or Chunk?
Neither. He's one of the Fratelli brothers. He's one of the Fratellis.
Oh, the guy who got hit in the head with the bowling ball. Yeah.
I don't know which one, but he's one of them guys. Although technically Sloth was also a Fratelli, technically.
Okay. I don't remember
Oh,
that movie, really. I heard of
it. It was the family of robbers.
Yeah.
Because society doesn't like the person you're sat outside their house of, which isn't mine, they don't like you either. Now, they might not have the bottle to come out and knock on your door or drag you through the window, but they definitely don't like you. Now, you, being blinkered, the dweebs, the same ones that have had their heads dunked down the toilets and their noses broken, you are becoming societally unliked.
Yeah, except look at all the people, lovely people over there. They like us. We make groups. I'm going to Punta Arenas in December to meet Jaren and stuff. Like Dr. J I had barely known him a couple of months, and he was like, "Hey, how's your wife for a trip?" He's like, "Yeah, come on over." And Astro Kate says, "We love Max. I love you too. You're the best."
Well, I mean, also it might be a good idea for Nathan, if he's going to measure his self-worth by what other people think, he should probably start cultivating a fairly thick skin pretty fucking quick, because my gut is that the vast majority of people think that he's a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one watches him, and he has 26,000 subs, and he barely gets a couple hundred more views per video than we do, and we are 20 times smaller, or actually 26 times smaller.
Because of your access to the internet. Now, far be it for me to harp on indefinitely about my perceived opponents in this regard. It's a lot of P's. But I want to express these feelings of mine about what will happen to these people through love, right? As I depart their company. These people are toxic. So
please, Nathan,
oh my,
depart our company, please. Just go.
Yeah,
just
we certainly don't want to have toxic dialogue here.
Oh my, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Yes, hello? Oh, Chernobyl called Oakley. They say you're toxic.
He has to be a Poe. That cannot have been like without irony. That he has to be a Poe. There is no way that was said in all sincerity.
It's tricky. It's tricky because I mean, I think he knows the Earth is a globe, and he's just found a way.
He's a Poe, yeah.
He doesn't have to work, and just derps out, says the Earth is measured flat 1,000 times per show, and that's pretty much it. He found a way, like he used to have an infinite money glitch. Now that well is drying up, and he has no fucking clue what to do next.
Yeah,
so now he's crying on the internet.
Yeah, this buttery fuck is just casting around for a new grift, basically.
Yeah, but they lack any kind of skill. And I'm guessing he doesn't want to like actually grift. Like a hard grift, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean he wouldn't be as honest, for example, as like the Nigerian princes that keep phoning my grandmother, as a for instance.
Yeah.
As I depart their company, I say, look, don't become a monster. If you can't put a mirror up to what you're doing and go, holy shit, then there's something very wrong with you. Now, I'm not just saying that for dramatic effect. Sincerely, society does not like that. And they are all the more willing to go on a witch hunt and punish. They're looking for all new ways to punish people in modern society. You'd be astonished. Now, if you're some dweeby geek that would get his head kicked in just for looking wrong way at another man's woman, what do you think they're going to do when you...
What a freaking troglodyte. People don't go around killing, like, hurting other people just because you looked at someone. That is just asinine. Lindsay, and someone also made this comment, he's going to retire with all of that money from the book. If you guys remember, when we did a review of the Kiwi side, these guys, before they broke up, these guys, they were thinking, Kiwi in his head wanted to start getting money for the book after it hit 250,000 pounds in sales. This is how delusional these people are. You're not going to make 250,000 pounds over a book that will be page after page after page, Earth is measured flat, and nothing else.
How much do you want to bet any book that this guy puts out will be written by ChatGPT?
Well, I think wasn't his wife going through all the transcripts or something?
Yeah, so far it's even worse than ChatGPT, I think. It's his wife transcribing the derp stuff that they say on the show, which is mostly 95% Earth is measured flat. So
that can be automated. Is he that? I was going to say, is he that stupid? No, of course he is.
Yes, he is. Yeah, unfortunately, he actually is. Yes, he could have done it the easy way, but no. I mean, YouTube provides a transcript which are fairly accurate.
I mean,
yeah, lost.
I know we're waiting for the book's release because you read those first couple pages from freeze framing the stream, and you were able to. It really pulled us into the story.
Yeah.
You're demonstrating antisocial behaviour. It will not be pleasant. Like I say, me, Neil, a lot of the people around us are battle hardened. We're still here because we haven't succumbed to the
Nathan the Warrior.
Oh my, yes. The warrior Nathan Oakley, battle hardened. Hold on, because we were talking about this the other day, and I think I had a great joke about this very thing. Hold on, I found it. This is Nathan the Warrior, and I know you're all going to hear this in your heads. That's Nathan. G.I. Jose.
Who did it? Was that Saturday Night Live? I can't remember who did that.
No, that was Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
egregious demonstrations of dweebiness from our perceived to be oh so grand opponents on the internet. Me, I'm genuinely battle hardened from a society that I've started to recognise.
Who utters the phrase that they're genuinely battle hardened whilst they're sat there saying it, like fused into their gaming chair? Like, I mean, for fuck's sake.
Gamers, rise up.
He's battle hardened like a wet paper bag.
He's battle hardened like in what's the game? In Fortnite. That's his battle experience.
Like oh my god.
But like I said, this is just him creating his hero narrative and basically pleasuring himself psychologically in front of all of us. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But like the things that, like, to say that you're battle hardened, the things that conjures in your mind, it's a person that has gone into like enemy territory and they've done some heroic deed and you know, they've like some amazing feat of like physical or intellectual exercise, and like you close your eyes and all of that occurs to you, and then you open them, and then you see this fat cunt dunking his tea.
and I bet you totally could be quote unquote battle hardened living in society. And like I know some really amazing people, Brenda being one, who is, I'm sure, gone through a lot, right? Like but people who are truly battle hardened don't go around telling people to battle hardened.
Yeah.
They're actually quite, they have a degree of humility about them. They don't want to talk about it because it's fucking scarred them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more concerned about real world things right now than I am about stuff that happens on the internet. This is actually a refuge from the helicopters that I could hear all afternoon last week. And people being pulled off of the streets. That is far more in my mind than these assholes. These people are entertainment. They actually are a relief from the reality that's going on. So, and that's kind of what I have to say about that. I don't know what else to say.
Kolagat says, battle hardened like mayonnaise left in the sun.
Now.
Yes.
Now, here in Minnesota, mayonnaise is considered a condiment.
Yeah. Hey.
No, seriously, you dip it in your French fries in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but mayonnaise is a condiment. Yes.
What's the
Jim
difference
Smith
between a
says,
condiment and a
hey,
sauce?
if the pen is mightier than the sword, the keyboard must be like a bazooka or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference. I don't know what the difference is. I just say things. My goal in going online is typically to make mildly humorous comments here and there. That's to get chuckles out of people. I win when I can make people laugh. That's kind of my thing.
All right, Charles saved it.
Know the dangers of, but you dweebs don't. But you'll find out right quick, I assure you. And it will not be pleasant. It won't be a fun ending.
So Oakley right now has 5 derplings on the panel, and there's 5 people on the whatever derpy Discord he's at. So wow, he's really going downhill. Kango for $5 New Zealand dollars says nothing toughens you up like sitting on your arse jobless for 10 years talking shit on the internet.
He's got an ass to steal.
And Jack Chirper for $4.99 says some of the greatest hard-fought battles in history were ended with the mute button, just like Patton.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Jack.
Yep, those poor lads running up those beaches, dodging those artillery shells. If only they had a mute button.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Like, can
Like
you imagine Oakley walking up to like some military guy and telling him like, "Yeah, I'm battle hardened over 10 years of doing flat Earth on the internet."
Yeah, there are some soldiers in my family, and honestly, like, if they raised an eyebrow at Oakley, he'd melt like a fucking pudding that he is.
Much, yeah.
Oakley could have gone over to the Viet Cong and showed them how to implement their own makeshift mute buttons to deploy.
That's the thing that I also concern myself with. Are a lot of our opponents being made scapegoats? Because there are people who lean into the heliocentric deception of being on a ball surface that's measured flat for their own ends, for their own gains, sometimes financial. Now, those people aren't going to allow any sort of society to scowl upon them, so they need scapegoats. And you think, well, given that we are definitely exposing the cracks to the point where it's no longer even relevant to debate the bloody subject, there's a good chance that there's a society around them gearing up to make them the monsters in this scenario, the heliocentric monsters that have deceived them. I mean, there might be a couple of priests that are now getting on a bit in their years, but for the most part, who's replacing them? Well, you are.
Oh, but Oakley, there's plenty to go around. And let me just say that the thick-skinned guy is now crying that we make money out of laughing at him. Oh,
A
that's
single
adorable.
A single class at a community college will have more students learning about the heliocentric model than will attend any of Oakley's live streams.
Yeah.
I mean, whilst this is entertaining, it, like, in all seriousness, is it not concerning that there are any significant number of people that take this shit seriously?
Nah, it's
is
still
it
infinitesimal compare, and it's all idiots, so who cares anyway?
true? But like, it's not like we're talking about like an afterlife or a deity or something that is like you can't be interrogated. Like, there is, as much as I don't agree with it, there is an ambiguity there. Like, the shape of the planet can be very easily observed. Like, there's no, there is an order of magnitude difference between somebody going, is there a prime mover, is there a creator, and we can't actually like interrogate that, to the shape of the world that we fucking live on. Like, there is, it's ridiculous. It is the most obscene intellectual thing that I have ever witnessed.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's totally just a religion. So we all have shower thoughts, and some of those shower thoughts even might get scientific once in a while. But we don't go around teaching people it, and we don't take it very seriously. Would you like to know about one of my shower thoughts that I have a lot?
Yeah, of course.
So one of my shower thoughts is, and I'm not saying that quantum mechanics isn't real. It's one of the most robust and finely tuned aspects of physics that we
Literally
have.
finely tuned. Good
Yeah,
reference,
literally
by the way.
finely tuned.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't think that quantum particles exist. And let me explain why. Because the size of the particles would have to be sort of infinitely small. And if you were to say, like, okay, where is like this particle? Like, if let's say a photon of light, basically what happens is you turn on a light bulb, light is released as a EM wave. In order to sort of look at that quote unquote particle, you have to sort of collapse the wave, and then see where it sort of lands. And so to me that seems like, maybe it's just like not even like a particle like at this point. And that's my like shower thought. And I'm sure if I were to go up to like a physicist, they'd be like, you are wrong. Yes, like I'm not in a position to go around telling people this, right? Like it's just a weird shower thought.
A conversation between you and Dr. Blitz would be really, really interesting.
But I'm like I said, he's a physicist. I'm not. So if he tells me that, like, no, you're stupid, I'd be like, oh yeah, probably.
No, he won't say that. He's actually. I actually kind of admire him a lot because he puts up with shit and he hardly ever gets down to their level. But he has Ask a Physicist days, and where people ask him questions like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I recall, from what I've seen of Richard Feynman, and he says it's basically unsolvable. It's not possible to understand, and that's why he says shut up and calculate. Is because he goes through all of the different possibilities, and we just don't understand it.
Yeah,
Feynman was one of the greatest science communicators, but not necessarily one of the greatest scientists.
True.
Feynman was an excellent communicator, and he could condense these things, these concepts down into fantastic quotes. Like in some circumstances, like one sentence quotes. And he was really good at it. One of the best.
Yeah, his black and white lectures I've seen on YouTube are just great. They're really great.
And Sagan also follows very suit. Like he very similar as well.
And that is a lot of flat Earth is they just hate those people. People like Neil deGrasse Tyson, current communicators, and also the past ones. They hate them.
Well, the problem is they both hate and love them, because what they'll do is they'll take things that they say, which are reductions of something that's very complicated, into a couple of sentences, and then they will beat you over the head with it when it doesn't comport with like a reality that we see, because it might be analogous or something like that. And this is where I think I have a small issue with what you said a second ago, Astrocate, which is you said about you used some language within physics which actually made a lot of sense to me, like for example a waveform collapsing, but that means something quite specific within physics,
right?
But you threw it away as like it became part of your like a short form of what you were talking about, but it's not. That requires quite a lot of explanation.
Yeah, it does, and that's also one of the reasons why I don't go around talking about my stupid little shower thoughts. But the thing is, we all have these shower thoughts, but we don't we treat them as shower thoughts, right? We don't treat them as scientific facts. We don't try to push on other people. If other people have different interpretations of quantum mechanics than I do, more power to them, especially if they're more knowledgeable than I. And like I said, I don't have a physics background. So like that's how normal people react when they have shower thoughts. Like, what if the earth is actually flat? You know, you just have this thought and then you leave it alone. But this is a religion. This is not we have a scientific hypothesis and we're going to try to get people to understand our deep intellectual pursuits. No, this is a religious mantra, just like you have on your screen, mantras chanted.
So would it be fair to say that your shower thoughts are intuitions and like an intuition is not an epistemology?
Exactly. Thank
Would
you.
that be reasonable?
That is very eloquently put.
All right. Mark von Wisco says, one of my granduncles lost a lung fighting the Nazis in Italy. That's actually battle hardened. Charles May says, is he catching Flurf tears with the cup? Yes, and I saved the screenshot to make that later. Kango for 10 New Zealand dollars says, to Brenda, point with all the current troubles. This is where it starts. The erosion of fundamental truths, the distrust of authorities, fake news, etc. Nathan is a cancer. Yeah, and that's why it's so important to combat this bullshit.
Were you paying to pause these videos the way that you do, Max?
No, I'm very lucky. It happens every time that I cover him. Yes.
What are you? Well, societally, you're shitbags. You're the biggest monsters out there in terms of how you behave. And you believe incorrectly, and I've even affirmed this and validated this belief, that society tolerates you being complete scum to a certain group of individuals who call themselves flat earthers. And it is not true.
Well, I mean, complete scum is relative because, let's take the example of Jaren. Jaren says that in the 10 years that he did Flat Earth, no Glober ever called, his father-in-law, his mother, his family. No one never talked about his wife and yada, yada. And as soon as he made the swap, all of those things started to happen. So do I call you idiot? Yes. Do I call you retarded? Sure. Do I laugh at you? Yes. But that's not being complete scum.
So what? Hang on. I don't think I understand this. What the fuck does Jaren's wife have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Nothing. But they started calling her and you know.
Oh, right. I thought they were okay. This is me being totally fucking naive. Yeah, they turned into complete assholes and started attacking his family because he was no longer part of the in group.
No longer a Flurf, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Right. Sorry, I thought you were making some sort of causational relationship between. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Never mind. Carry on.
Well, every time you say you say to yourself, "I'm an idiot," just remember there are people like Oakley in the world. You should feel better about yourself.
All right,
And he never admits it.
The toilet again for a moment. I'll play this and I'll be right back.
All right, let's
The
talk
society
about.
that I actually know and love does.
All right, let's talk about Max going to the toilet. So Max is going to the toilet right now.
No.
Yes. Let's talk. I wonder if he's going number 1 or number 2. What are your thoughts, Brenda?
Well, I mean, it would depend on which part of his anatomy is turgid right now. It could be his colon or it could be his bladder.
Yeah, he's gone twice. I mean, but you know what?
But it's because I drink a lot of mate all day, so I pee like a lot of times.
That's what I was gonna say. It's the afternoon, so you're probably drinking a lot of tea and coffee.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a couple of things going on here because if he's overhydrated, then that will affect peristalsis, which might mean that he could be constipated.
You know what? I think I should get one of these.
I should order one of these guys to take with me to Antarctica. What do you think? I can tell where the refraction is and the gravity, all with a little camera and a gauge.
Oh my!
See,
Roger.
Roger's been saying that we want to get his channel taken up. No,
Oh,
never go away, Roger. No, just be you. You're
yeah.
just just endless entertainment.
Who
No, we
else?
love
Like,
you.
you can't even hear a stand-up comic making something like that up. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Someone grabbing a urine refractometer and think that he can measure gravity and refraction in one device because they think that that's what that is. And
So
he didn't even read like the title on the description on Amazon of the thing that they're looking at. You can make that stuff up.
I love what Kolagut said. Kolagut said, way to attempt to marginalize normal people. That's exactly
Yeah.
what he's doing. Thank you for that, Kola. That's perfect.
Yeah. All right. I'll play this and I'll be right back.
Does not value that. They do value chasing individual monsters, though, if they perceive that they've been wronged or society at large has been wronged. Well, heliocentrism's showing those cracks. And the people who've benefited from it, not you. Your new money, if you're making your money on YouTube especially. But you'll be the scapegoats that they want. If this all collapses, you're a pawn. I described you as this yesterday. Me too. I've recognised my position on the chessboard. But you haven't. Well, that's a very dangerous place to be. I'm done.
Well, isn't it the case that calling it a chessboard is acknowledging that it's a game, not not like a search for truth? You just need to get to the other side of the board. Like you're a priori
So
giving
is it
your
considered stalking if you're like going through some stuff and there's like 40 messages, not one response from the other person, just 40 messages? That's stalking, right?
Well, it's like the same would be said in the old 80s movies where you see the battered husband sat in the police cell describing how the creepy bunny boiler.
Oh my! Well, what is like? This is so scatterbrained. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
Well, it's also a little concerning because from a domestic violence perspective, it's really difficult for people who commit domestic violence to understand what it actually looks like. So when he says, or when one of those people say like, oh, they're messaging me a bunch, this must be stalking. Like, you don't know what stalking is. That's very concerning.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Icy Spin says, did you watch the Primary Colors clip by Gurney? No, but if you want to send that to me, we can gladly watch it. Get a little palate cleanser from this absolute moron.
So what do you mean by like identify domestic abuse? Because I don't get that at all. I mean, only the other day I was beating my wife, and
oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, obviously, I was a
yeah, that was a joke. Yeah, a joke about domestic abuse. What could possibly go wrong?
It depends. It depends. I mean,
I realized given the video that we're watching, we've been intellectually neutered, so that might have taken a second.
Yes, it does happen a lot. All right,
reach from our planet to planet sensible. But
this is from Mike Gurney, and Icy Spin sent this to me, so let's check it out. A little bit of a palate cleanser, more of an innocuous dumbass than Oakley, who's just vile. Let's check it out.
I was gonna say, does daylight affect shadows? That's my question.
Yeah,
I know. So I mean, you have to take that into account when you're actually measuring shadows. They don't. Yeah, I know. They just take sunlight, like the sun is actually causing all the daylight. There's nothing else involved in that process.
What the fuck?
Oh my fucking God. Starting off with a bang. Yes, the sun causes the daylight, Roger. When the sun goes away, there's no more daylight.
Do you know why they say that? It's in Genesis. There's ambiguity in Genesis about daylight is created before the sun is, and therefore the sun can't possibly create the day, all of the light.
Well, but it's not. Well, Genesis doesn't say daylight. Genesis says that the light was created.
Yeah, but even if there were two different bodies that were created, like there must be a light that is a source, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if there were, sorry, no, is that wrong?
What they're talking about is there's like the ambient light that is in the atmosphere. It's the sunlight reflecting all around, but there's ambient light, and then there's direct sunlight, right? And they're not making that distinction.
Right. Yeah,
But ambient light is just reflected light. It still comes from a source.
They don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that it's just from the sun. They think it's from something else.
Witted dabbled with this for a while, and Iron Horse said this the last time he came to the after show. They think that light, Iron Horse in particular thinks that light is generated by the gases in the atmosphere. That he thinks that it's the atmosphere lighting up, which is
sorry, the gases in the atmosphere are emitting photons.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a neon tube. Like a light,
and
a light tube.
And where the ever living fuck is the energy coming from to cause this?
No, we don't know that.
Magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
They think that if you took away the sun, you'd have the sort of general ambient light that we see, but not the direct sunlight that causes the bright spots and shadows and stuff.
Right.
But yes, that's the correct response.
A photon. Isis Spin says, wait for it. So hold on, let's continue.
Your school, like, what causes the sky to be blue? Remember this one? Well, what was the elementary school level? You don't know what they say in elementary school?
Scattering of light, probably the basic scattering of light.
What causes it to be blue is that, like, I think it's what's the two colors that make blue in the spectrum? There's two colors you can apply together. I think it's green and.
He's literally using finger paints here.
Yeah,
right.
Literally.
Yeah.
Primary, you learn this when you can paint with your fingers in kindergarten.
And blue is a primary color. It's not a composite. You can't. Green is made out of blue and yellow. Green is not blue. Blue is a primary color.
No, blue. You make blue when you take the yellow out of the green.
You can combine.
Right.
I mean, I can't.
That's correct. That's the correct response.
Yes.
Flabbergasted is the correct response.
Isis Spin gave us Deplorable Ilk's channel. Subscribe to Isis Spin too.
But or like we've not even got into the fact that the colors, what we perceive as colors.
Let's not go down this route. I had a debate on that. That's no.
But what I mean is like that. But the physical reality of the matter is it's a wave. It's a frequency of a wave.
Yes, and not only that, the frequencies can interfere with each other, creating blue where there is no blue. And furthermore, our eyes only have three specific cones for red, green, and blue, which push together.
Yeah, which is why we're imperfect observers of the universe, which is why we can't get to the true ontology of the fact of the matter. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, Plato's caves and all that. But not only that, but if you have two opposites like blue and red, which are what we would consider opposites, but of course aren't actually opposites, our cones don't know what to do with it. And then we end up with something like magenta, which also looks kind of blue, but it's not blue, obviously, because we've mixed two colors together. Oh my, we could just go down this rabbit hole for ages. Wouldn't you like that, Max?
Yeah, no. Okay. I'll take care over that any day.
But when we used the tempera paints in Rumper Room, right? We just this is the level that Roger's at, right?
But isn't it amazing?
They lie
Is-
to us
isn't it-
because they tell us that white light is made out of all of these colors, and then you grab your water paints or your aquarellas or whatever, and you mix them, and you get poop brown. So they
But
lie.
isn't it amazing though how if you throw in just a little bit of knowledge, like I'm a fucking idiot. Like Astrocade, I don't know what your background is, but you clearly understood exactly where I was going with my problem with this whole like issue, and you were right there. It was a tiny little bit of additional knowledge, and it exactly leads you to the position where you go, fuck me, now I understand how much I don't know.
I have an English degree. Literally.
I mean, I'm an architectural technologist, so I've got a bit of physics, a bit of maths, a bit of chemistry, a bit of art history. I'm a generalist in its truest sense, but I at least know how much I don't fucking know. These guys, they're celebrating their ignorance, and it makes me so fucking angry.
Well, you can't know how little you know until you've actually tried to master something. And that's what these people have never done. They've never tried to master a skill or a profession or a region of knowledge. So they don't understand when someone who has a PhD and they tell them that, galaxies exist and that the Earth must be round because of gravity, the type of weights that actually holds, it just goes over their heads.
Do you know what I think it is? It's just a lack of humility.
That
From
too.
start to finish, it's just a complete lack of humility.
All right, let's finish this up. Hold on, because this probably gets way derpier.
Colors. So I'm going to cheat because I'm lazy right now. I'm tired of it.
Green is blue and yellow. So,
yeah. So I mean, let's see. Hey Siri, what two colors make blue? Magenta and I can't pronounce cyan.
Oh my fucking god!
Cheyenne.
Hold on. Hey Siri, what two colors make blue?
Aren't magenta and cyan both reds?
But okay.
Well, I think, yeah.
It does reply
So-
that. I
So-
think
so-
that it's
It
the one
depends on whether you're using additive or subtractive color wheel.
Yeah, no, it's talking about CMYK, which is used in printers.
CMYK,
Yeah.
Printers
Cyan,
use.
yeah. When your printer prints things out, it uses subtractive, as Brenda says, and it uses cyan, magenta, yellow, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. CMYK. Anyway, the point is those are they subtract from each other, and you can get all the colors that you need when you're printing. And that's why it says blue is made from magenta and cyan. Cyan is like a light blue. Magenta is like this purple. But that's how printing works. And that's how it's saying you get blue from that. So
the key in CMYK stands for key, which represents the color black.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but go on.
But this is all driven by our interpretation of the spectrum of light that we can see. That's not the actual physics of the matter. So
yeah, but it's it's irrelevant to whether blue is a primary color or not. Like, when I had this debate with what was this guy, Mr. Biscuits. He was talking about how it's what the thing reflects. It absorbs all the other colors and it reflects back one, but it means that it's not that color. It's like, it's a completely fruitless conversation. I don't care about it at all.
I remember that.
He makes it too. Yeah. So there's no real base colors. There's always two colors that will make that color.
Well, at sunrise and sunset, there's some pretty beautiful fuchsia-looking skies. You know how they're fuchsia or orange around dusk and dawn.
Yeah. Well, that's due to atmospherical hazy. He'll tell you it's reflecting light at that angle, and it causes the spectrum to turn that color. So that's why they say the sky is blue. It's really
These guys
when
are
the, when the
busy. They're
parallel
busy
light of
discovering the
sun.
science of nameology, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my! Like we say the sky is blue because you look up and it's fucking blue.
What frat is the atmosphere in that they're in an atmospheric hazing?
Yeah, you know, there are certain cultures and certain languages that don't have the word blue, which is really interesting because when they look up at the sky, they say it looks black. And it really shows you the way that colors are very psychological, and the way we describe colors, you know, also affects the way that we see colors.
And there's, I think it's an Amazonian tribe. They have like hundreds of classifications of the color green, right? Because they live in the jungle, so they have hundreds of words for the different types of greens, from the leaves to grass or whatever.
It's almost like they would be very sensitive to the environment in which they exist in.
Yeah.
And come up with a high degree of nuance with regards to the different shades of the color that they're exposed to. Completely reasonable. 100% completely reasonable. But I mean, like, it's almost like that this idiot was saying that if somebody didn't come up with a name for the color that we see, that the color doesn't exist. Or that if the name for the color was a different name, like, for example, calling a sky like a deep night color of the sky being blue or black, then that actually changes what is being observed by the observer. It doesn't. It's just a different name for the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, I mean, we
So,
could
like I said,
call
it's nameology.
Herb, and it would mean the same thing. And Kango points out that tigers are orange because their prey sees orange as green, and that makes them get camouflage. Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, but also they're polychromes, which means that tigers, like typically the prey of tigers, they don't see the color orange the same way that we do. It actually blends in better because it looks green. So it's actually a green and black stripe, not an orange and black stripe. We see it differently because we're not evolutionarily speaking their prey. But it doesn't mean that it's not fucking orange. It doesn't mean it's not the thing that it is.
Hold on. Copy link. All right, let's finish this up.
Those photons hit our atmosphere. It automatically refracts to the point where it makes it blue. And I was also told there was a thin gaseous atmosphere around the moon that gave it the night glow that it has. That's the way they explained it in science class. And I forgot what two gases that actually give the moon its bright color. It reflects.
Well, have you noticed that the moon will be dark orange all the way to like a bright white?
Well, David, I think it probably is a primary color, but there are colors that all colors have a color you can make into it. I think red is a primary color, yellow is a primary color, right? So,
and
yeah.
Right?
And like Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
Well, purple, I guess, is
So did he just? What the fuck did he just say?
Who the fuck knows? These are toddlers discovering that there are more colors than the 8 colors in the Crayola box.
Right? And violet is blue and red. Not that, dude, you learn this when you're a kid. Like, even before you go to school, when your parents give you the first paint, you learn this. Like, I taught this to my niece, how you can combine colors and make other colors.
Okay, to be fair, I still refuse to accept indigo as a real color.
Hashtag indigo's not a color.
Thank you.
Is it not the case what we're listening to here is that one of these cretins is going to tell us that they understand more about the world than one of us does because they know what blue tastes like?
Heard that when my dad used to run around saying that crap when I was younger. He'll be like studying something like, I think he got involved with refraction of light and Newton and his. What did Newton do? He split the light with a prism, and he started his theory, I think all light was white until it was broken down by the prism and it becomes all the colors it is. So everything that you see has that light spectrum to it. Colors are reflected like that way off of objects. Pigments that are in. Go ahead.
Well, a question I want: why does white light not have a frequency if all the other RGB does?
What the actual fuck?
Oh my god.
Yes, you heard that right. He thinks that white light is a single frequency.
Well, did he not just say that white light doesn't have a frequency?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, he asked, why doesn't it have a frequency?
No.
Because he's been. Play it again, please.
Go
ahead.
Well, a question I want: why does white light not have a frequency? If
Yeah,
all the
that's
other
what I heard.
RGB
Not why does white light not have a frequency? If light doesn't have a frequency, it doesn't exist.
Bruce Wayne says, I knew someone named Azul. Yeah, I know. Celeste, Violeta. There's a bunch of color names in Spanish, at least.
It's an electromagnetic wave. It has to have a frequency.
They have no idea what an electromagnetic wave is.
No.
Oh my god! So I've spent the last few years learning about electromagnetism because my job and stuff, and I totally thought I would learn it in like a few months at most, right? Because I know digital electronics. How hard could it be? I stick an antenna on something and I'm done. It's been like 5 or 6 years and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the details of electromagnetism and Maxwell's equations and pointing vectors and Lorentz transformations and all these things. Like they have no idea.
Yeah, well, like if you're digging into the mathematics around like the Lorentzian equations, you're way beyond anything that most people will deal with,
Kate,
myself included.
Kate, you want to know what Roger told me once? And he said, oh, I have a magnetite rock and the magnets have one pole. And I was like, Roger, are you kidding me? Magnets have 2 poles. No. This one has 1 pole. And it's like, dude, just send it to Switzerland. You'll claim your Nobel Prize.
Yeah, that is one of Maxwell's equations. You cannot have a single pole magnet. Every magnet has 2 poles.
2 poles.
Yes.
And I even told him,
how could you
get some metal shavings, put the magnet in a bag, and sprinkle the metal shavings? You will see that you get 2 poles.
But how could you possibly have a positive without a negative?
Well, you can't. So when you have an electric field, you can have a single quote unquote pole electric field. So you can imagine, a positively charged plate giving off a positively charged electric field, right? But But for
that's not a magnet.
That's not a magnet. No. So a magnet does require a north and a south because magnets are caused by currents.
So it's the distinction between saying that something has potential energy and something has so saying that something contains potential energy in a static state and saying that something can express that energy. So, for example, you need to have energy traveling from a positive to a negative. The law of entropy dictates this is the case.
No, I think this is a good example. Like, I think you're onto something and a really great way of explaining this, because what causes the electric field is voltage. So if you put a voltage through a wire, you have the electric field going off to infinity. But when you put current through the wire, and voltage is potential, right? Voltage is sort of like pressure in a hose. It's a potential. But when you actually have a current, which requires a loop, that's what creates the magnetic field. And that's what creates magnetic fields in magnets as well. And that's why you can't have, a single pole. Monopole.
So one of the ways that I tend to think about it, so even going back to something even more rudimentary, people struggle to understand the difference between like voltage and amperage, as an example. So the word, and it's like people will go, well, why when you get an electric shock from a socket can it cause like a burn, and an electric shock. But something from a taser, it doesn't. It causes an electric shock, but it doesn't cause the burn. And and I mean, obviously, the way a taser works is because it's designed to synchronize with the electric field of the body, which fucks up your nerve conduction. But that's by and by. The way I simplify how or the way I think about electrical currents in my head is that the voltage is the volume and the amperage is the speed. And it's the speed that generates the heat. So you can have an incredibly high voltage and a low amperage, and it won't burn you. But you could have a low voltage and a very high amperage, and it will cause a burn. If that makes sense.
High amperage is what kills you. But let's finish. Let's finish this, please.
All right, fine.
Why? Because I mean, I guess it depends. With their photon, how they say that all the Roy G. Biv photons combine together, because each photon itself is its own color. Is what they are saying, and then they make white. But you also got not just how light is emitted, but you also got like light absorption in materials, which is a whole other thing about it. But what was our conversation?
It was
Jesus
Christ.
God damn.
Got
Dude,
lost in his own horsey sauce.
These two are the dumbest people alive.
Well, Chris has been doing videos about electricity. He's the flat Earth expert on it.
Oh my.
Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. Oh God.
Yeah, he's got videos on Chris Connolly. I don't. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely horrific.
They are. They are absolutely. They give you an aneurysm.
Basically, this is what I was explaining to. It was basically sunlight. I think it was the hydrogen, oxygen, and the nitrogen molecules, or something about them that reflect the light that way. I don't know.
They also go into ionization. Like in a fluorescent light bulb, how they say ionization works. It's basically an electron hitting another electron. It excites at a certain.
Do these guys even know what an ion is?
No.
Say photon.
Yeah, it's that thing you use to straighten your clothes.
Photon will have a certain frequency that gives a certain color.
Yeah,
That's why I don't like photons, because then they'll, like they say, they'll.
I don't like photons. Okay.
To be fair, I'm not a big fan of anions.
The anions and the cations.
Cations and anions.
Yes.
Double slit laser experiment where they'll call it a wave. Now it's duality.
You're talking about the quantum.
I bet they avoid deionized water.
Just
they think it might make them give them radiation poisoning or something.
How ionization works with daylight, the way they.
It was cations. Yes, it
cations,
was
yes.
The major cation and the. Oh my. Oh wait, hold on. We have a few seconds left.
But the double slit experiment, what you were talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, daylight. Well, that's one thing too. Like frequencies, a rainbow is polarized, but a prism is not.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Dude, these people that like Roger is really fighting to gain that top left award. Holy cow! Thank you, ICSPN, for that.
I put a link to Chris Connolly's to his channel, and then to one of his videos on the second one is to a video of his on magnetism.
Oh, boy.
And it's pure derp. Maybe another time. I don't know how much time.
Let's go back to Oakley here.
50 bloody messages on his answering machine with no reply to any of them, getting ever more creepy as the messages play out. Well, now in social media terms, it's instant messages, private messages, these creepy invites that you keep getting. You're like, why are you being invited to dinner to people that you're describing as dweebs and telling to get lost? It's just creepy. It's just stalking, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very freaking weird.
Cheerlead deal. Get those pom-poms out and chant.
Yeah, because I'm just going through and I'm looking, I'm like, wow, 40 messages. And I didn't respond to any. Doesn't, like, on the third one, maybe a stop? Like, the person's not interested?
Oh, I've got that all down the side of Discord. Endless people that I've never interacted with personally, with message after message after message to me. They just keep sending them. You know, like, do you remember me saying I don't interact with Discord? When I say that, that means I literally only use Discord as a gateway. Now, there might be an absolute necessity to get in touch with someone personally, like getting in touch with Riggs to get his links to put in the shows that we've done on his Discord server. That's a necessity to go in and go, bloody hell, how do I actually get into the messaging service? But the messaging service leaves numbers all the way down the side of Discord telling me how many times.
I'm sorry?
I said, isn't saying that I only use Discord as a gateway a different way of saying I only use Discord as a means of communication?
Yeah, I don't know. He's very, very weird today.
People, and I don't interact with any of them, are trying to get hold of me. And when you're like, wow, this is getting into triple figures now, that's creepy. Creepy as frig.
Yeah, very. And like I said, I read some of them for entertainment, but I'm not even going to do that anymore because then it just gets them excited, like you want to be around them and always responding to me. No. It's all over now.
Well, it's
Oh, Neil, run away, little coward.
It's narcissistic in terms of how these people behave. So it's back to basics. This is how I got my conspiratorial. Maybe I'm going to get shouted at by someone in a minute and tarnishing the good name of flat earth measurements with pseudoscience of the psychology of psychopathy. But nevertheless, when you're talking about narcissists, what they'll do is they'll try and get your attention so they can hoover up all of your energy. And if they don't get it, they'll try and triangulate others to try and get into your vicinity. So there's only one rule that needs to be applied when you're actually dealing with people like this. And Thomas Sheridan, I don't know if he's the one who coined this frame, but it's certainly the phrase that I got from him initially. No contact ever again. You've got to figure out who the players are, the flying monkeys who are being used by these individuals to triangulate you, and the actual attention that they're trying to draw from you and the reasons why they're trying to draw it from you, and how to get away from these people completely. If you don't direct any of your energy towards them, then they're not getting anything back. Eventually they will, even if it's after triple-digit messages, get the point. They're not getting anything back from you.
There's a simple solution. There's a simple solution, Nathan.
There's a block button.
Yeah, right click. Yeah. Whether it's your email client or whatever, right click.
It's the alternate mute button.
I thought Oakley was being ironic there when he was talking about narcissism.
Yeah, no, I mean, he knows so much about it because he sees it every day.
The way to achieve that is no contact ever again. That's to say, you divorce that bitch that won't stop nagging you and demanding that you do things and screaming about how you're not doing things. Yeah, that.
Is that projection too? Are you having trouble at home, Oakley?
Jesus, like, yeah, like you just.
No, I don't think it's happened yet, CK, but I think that's a little bit of projection of what's coming.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily even go that far, but still, like that. He's not even making like I've used the term like I did it like literally earlier today with you, where I said I made a joke about like bitches and being clad head to toe in cotton and stuff, but that was clearly a joke. Like he just used that without irony, like at all. Like this is just like how he views women.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
I'd like to clear up. When I regularly say, come to Uruguay, we've got drugs and bitches.
Bitches, yeah, exactly.
I mean bitches for the ladies, and I mean bitches for the guys. So we got for everyone. So it's a unisex kind of bitches concept.
But there is a tongue-in-cheek component to it. You're not like it's not about like you're not making a value judgment on like all of anybody.
No, right. I'm not calling women sluts. I
yeah,
just
exactly.
yeah, we have access to easy women and easy men. but there's
Yeah.
plenty to go around. Oh, yesterday before you came in, John, I showed the Muslim was saying how Islam was so great for women, and I was like, you don't want to get into the women topic with me because women here have all the freedom they want. And he was like, no, but it's like, would you like to see my Instagram? And the guy was no. And I pulled up my Instagram, and the first thing is my neighbor
it.
that
I've
she
got it.
lives
It's fine.
She lives over there, like diagonal to me, and she's a model, and she was modeling a bikini. And it was like the first thing that popped up in my Instagram was this girl modeling a bikini, and the guy like lost his mind. It was freaking hilarious.
Well, just for context, Max, I did actually see that in real time on the podcast, and where I was when I saw that was lying in my bed, going, "Oh, Max is live. Let me go and see what he's doing." So, you know, when my wife rolled over to give me a cuddle, she's like, "Who's that?" And there's some bitch twerking away.
My neighbor.
Yeah.
Go, if you haven't seen that, go watch that after show. It's freaking great. We got a couple of Muslims trying to convince me to become a Muslim by throwing random verses of the Quran, and he got so shut down. It was hilarious.
Well, I think I was there for
her.
I was there for about 30 seconds, and I said, if you're trying to convince Max to be a Muslim by getting him to not eat bacon and put clothes on women, you're fucking
right. It's like that's not going to work. Give me nudist bitches and full pork barbecue, and we might talk.
You have no contact with her ever again. You don't communicate with her. You don't talk to her. You don't be with her. Now, obviously, I appreciate that in relationship analogies, you've got to point out that, oh no, sometimes you've got tied to this person in inexplicable ways, like children. You're like, well, we're not attached to these people, these monsters, these stalkers, these creepy dweebs, where we're trying to divorce ourselves from them. I know you can be told to get lost. If you don't take the hint, I can metaphor how you'll get a broken nose in society if you just won't leave somebody alone. Yeah, eventually they get sick of you and they do something to you to get rid of you. Right? Now, I get that you want to make them the monster. That might be your narcissistic.
Because it's not, dude, you're literally threatening people with violence. You said the other day to Bab, who is like 50 plus years old, you were saying that you would just beat him up. You said that you would beat up CK, you delusional moron. Right. I think I've had enough of Oakley for today. We've only gone through 30 minutes of this insanity, and it's 3 hours actually of him just crying and then calling people dweebs and then playing, because he's not a dweeb, he's playing Fortnite.
Wait, time out. I don't watch a lot of Flat Earthers, and I did not know that he plays Fortnite.
He plays Fortnite because he's not a dweeb.
How old is he?
The thing that made me laugh about it was like, who calls a person a fucking dweeb? Like
someone who plays Fortnite.
Someone who plays Fortnite and who's also like a bigger nerd than everyone else.
It's like he's quantum leaped here from the 1980s and Ziggy wants his bully back. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Could you see Oakley on the in-game like chat? Like, yeah, get wrecked, you stupid dweeb.
How'd you like to taste my balls in your mouth?
Oh, look at that. We have Red Dumbass says, any proof of the globe yet? Red, I made you cry last time. So we're going to do it again. So that's how we're going to close it up for today. You want the proof of the globe? Boom, there you go. Globe proven. Now cry. Give me my sustenance, which is flirf tears. Do you want? If you want more, we can do more. But I think this is enough, right?
Well, I've got an interesting question. Like, obviously, you drink yerba mate quite a lot, Max.
Mm-hmm.
I can only assume that it is the flirf tears that you hydrate the mate with.
Yes.
What is the boiling point of flirf tears?
It's a little bit higher because it has a lot of salt.
Salt in it,
on them. Yeah. It's a little bit higher than 100
But the
degrees
benefit
Celsius.
is like it's an overhydrate. You get extra electrolytes with that. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
What is the boiling point of salt?
Oh, salt.
Is it like 200?
No, salt melts at a really
Yeah,
high. It becomes like lava. I actually came across. Can you cast salt?
Yeah, molten salt is very scary. You don't want to mess with molten salt.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah,
I'll leave you the link because I don't know if he's going to strike me over that. But I watch a lot of blacksmithing content because I find it absolutely fascinating. And this came up, and I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, it's very appropriate. And he's trying to test if you can cast salt like you would cast molten metal for like a sword or something like that.
I would guess it would be so unbelievably brittle.
Probably.
Oh, apparently you can cast salt. Wow, that's amazing. I left a link for everyone if you want to check that out. Now that we are on our way out. Earthly Skeptic for 189. Boiling point will be lower in Andes due to gravity. Yes. In what we call the Altiplano, they have to use pressure cookers when you're very high up because it's a very hard thing to cook when you're in the altitude. So thank you for reminding us that.
Well, it was also a very like when we were like measuring the topography of our planet. It was a very early altimeter. They would take a measured amount of water up a mountain and they would boil it with an alcohol-based thermometer. And when it started boiling, and there was an equation to work out what altitude you're at. Relatively simple, and it turned out to be actually really fucking accurate as well.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's do final thoughts. We'll start with you, Brenda, and we'll be on our way. Well, guess Brenda's not there. She's back.
Please never change your. This is to Roger. You're endlessly entertaining. Nathan, just go away. Nobody, just go.
All right, thank you so much, Kate.
I think that we should all be exploring space and doing a better job of living our lives than Nathan. Thank you, Nathan, for making us all feel better about the lives that we live. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
John.
Yeah, so I think I'll follow Kate's example, but with a different cultural reference. It's a Wolfgang Pauli one. I go, Nathan, that's not even wrong. Yeah, I also would like to apologize for my countryman. If I could isolate him and keep him from exporting his culture, like this ridiculous garbage, I would. Unfortunately, the principle of free speech means that I have to tolerate him just like you guys now. Sorry about that.
Yep, it does. Steel City, final thoughts?
My final thoughts would be vile, and I hope to someday be as hard as or battle hardened as Oakley.
Yeah, that means hard as talcum powder. Wait, did we lose Red Barrett? Did I cause him to just like completely abandon his fruitless endeavor? And
battle hardened like fucking wet clay.
Yeah. And I will dedicate this to Oakley because he claims to be such a Christian. Revelation 21:8. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the polluted, the murderers, the sexually immoral, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars, their place will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. So that's where you're going. The flames of the lake of fire are already perking up to receive you, Oakley. You are absolutely cooked, and this was fantastic. Thank you all here in the panel. Thank everyone over there because we get a bigger audience than Oakley. I'm getting my Spanish passport tomorrow, so I need to go to bed because I have to get up at 7 a.m. Love you all. Before we go, make sure to do the social thing is like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, yes, the corner of your street, and you'll subscribe to Sherba Mate Talks. And that way we can share the love for the channel. Love you all. Take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.